how Griffith was able to not so much. I mean, it was manipulation. How he was able to get the Band of the Hawk to follow him. He was just a very charismatic leader, and how he had given each of them a taste of purpose, and he wanted all of them to follow him just so he could achieve his dream. It was always his dream above everyone else's.
Yeah, which establishes the distinction between him and Guts. Yeah, it's like he's more he cares about people, and he is, and even though he doesn't like outwardly show it, but when he does, it's like
He's a very
you see he has,
stoic. He's a very stoic hero, basically.
yeah, yeah, he's stoic, but he's not emotionless.
Right. And oh yeah, we're about 2 minutes in.
Good evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. This is your Wolf Commander Wolf Tan. I'm your werewolf. Welcome to our Winged stream, which was originally going to be on Thursday, but we hit a snag and I had to postpone it for Tuesday. Decided to just share this stream with you guys, along with Schooner, since we hardly ever get him on these free for all stuff.
Howdy, everybody.
And you know what? Yeah, exactly. Let me go ahead and do that. The Schooner Tuna.
Coming at you live from a secret government facility buried deep underground, but has excellent Wi-Fi. This is Schooner Tuna. I'm happy to be with all of you on this Wing It stream tonight. Hopefully, we'll cover some fun little topics that you all can enjoy.
Next to him is the lovely Leia of our Leia plus size.
Good evening, everybody. This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely Lady of Valor, and I'm glad you joined us for our Winged stream. You know how we can get, so hang on. We have no idea how this is going to go, but you know you're going to have fun.
Above us is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us in this free for all live stream. Hope you enjoy as we give a discussion on a variety of topics, and what we don't know like where it ends. We want to sure where it ends and where it begins. However, there is going to be organization in this chaos.
Between us, me and the Hound, is the Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Greetings, YouTube viewers and fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Fan 012 here, and welcome back to another live stream of the UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. And we are basically just going to be winging it today, so yes, it is going to be another chill stream for today. So why don't we just have a chat?
What do you guys want to talk about today? I got nothing.
Well, if I may start, I would I would like to start with some questions about Black Adam. I think it opens this week. Now, I am a newbie to this character. I really don't know anything about him, but I want to know: is he a good guy? Is he a
Certainly
villain?
not. He's a villain.
Thank you for that, Final, because The Rock is selling him like a hero.
Stop the presses real quick. Push pause. Back that trolley. Okay. We have Just Rambling with us. He's been joining us. He's been joining the Ishii streams twice already, and so far he or she has joined us today. Welcome everybody. Say hello to Just Rambling.
Hello,
hey there, Just Rambling.
Hello.
Hello, and hello, William. And Just Rambling, hello, nice to meet you.
Continue.
Welcome. Well, yeah, I'm gonna I think who was talking? Was it Final or Scooney? I don't know. I am newbie when it comes to this.
Oh yeah, I answered the question.
Yeah,
because Black Adam, he's more so. I mean, they kind of got him pretty much that way. Is like he started off as basically like. Okay, so here's context of Black Adam, if I can basically recall all this correctly since his very first appearance. Black Adam, he comes from Ancient Egypt, which they got that right. And he was actually much more of a brave warrior and was a bit noble, and at least noble with the standards of an Egyptian prince, because they were not very kind to the Hebrews. So So then,
If Prince of
because of
Egypt is
his
any indication.
yeah, and so then he was chosen by the wizard Shazam as to be the mightiest mortal, and so then he gave him the powers, and yet he became what is known as Mighty Adam. But then suddenly, because of his own power, he was then he let the power got the best of him, and he overthrew the pharaoh, and he decided to rule Egypt with an iron fist by conquering through fear. So almost similar to Doctor Doom from Marvel Comics, because Black Adam is indeed a lawful evil. But then Shazam, the wizard, he saw what he was basically doing, but he couldn't take away his powers. So then what he did instead is he had to send him away, and he wouldn't come back to Earth until 5,000 years, when Shazam, the wizard, would basically have the powers to a rightful owner for the powers to become the world's mightiest mortal, which is Billy Batson, who is now Captain Marvel.
Yeah, pretty much that's what happened. So he starts off as a hero, but his story is the evolution of a villain.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the nemesis of Captain Marvel, aka Shazam. Now, so stupid that they have to call him.
Yeah,
Shazam.
because I still call him Captain Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah, he's still Captain Marvel because that's Shazam is also the name of the wizard
I
that
am
granted him his
so-
powers.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In fact,
and also like what separates Ted Adam from Billy is where Billy like derives his mystical abilities from the Greek gods. Adam on the other hand like derives his spirits from the Egyptian gods, and
yes, I was just about to bring that up.
yeah,
Because-
and also like when Shazam was
Oh, guys.
granting Ted Adam his powers like actually he was like Billy his powers were going to be derived from the Greek gods. However, the spell was interrupted by Shazam's daughter Blaze.
Yep.
After she made a deal with the god Set. So when he spoke the name Shazam, then he still gains the wizard's powers. However, as mentioned before, his powers are instead derived from the 6 Egyptian gods: Shu, Heru, Amon, Zehudi, Aton, and Mehen.
Thank you.
And it's very
Before we-
clear that
Before we push forward, we have to introduce our 6th Ranger, the one and only Bear of the North, Eloise Zephyra.
Welcome,
Glad to
Eloise.
join us,
Eloise.
Eloise.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right.
Oh, she's asleep then.
Oh,
No,
A poke
it's
sleeping bear.
I have a cold, so like I've just been
Oh no, that's
downing-
even worse.
yeah, I downed medicine.
oh, you're gonna
Well,
be okay.
we
'cause
just got started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Talking about Shazam.
hopefully you get well soon.
Oh,
Hopefully you get well
Drink-
soon from your cold.
Eloise, drink plenty of fluids.
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
also get plenty of rest
Where are
because it'll
you, his
help you.
Where are you, her grandma?
It's fine.
Shall I boil you some soup?
That's what I was eating. That's why I'm late.
Oh, that's
All
okay.
right.
Chicken soup.
I was
is the best.
eating garbanzo bean soup with sriracha.
Oh.
No, you need
Jeez.
chicken, or at the very least, you know what? I've actually heard wonton soup is actually pretty effective.
It's true.
What does that look like?
Get you some herbal tea.
Oh, I tried herbal tea, just like it, but it was so. I don't know how to describe the flavor. It was so terrible. I just couldn't. I just got halfway through the teacup before I just like dumped it because I can't drink it.
Yes, me
You're
too.
more
Some
of a
herbal
trooper than
teas.
trooper.
I can't drink a lot of herbal teas because they smell like awful. Like that, I can't drink that. So I don't know how people can wolf it down. I just
Did
I
you
can't.
say that?
Yes.
Why is everybody being pie mouths and corny people lately? What's up with this? Is everybody just getting ready for season? No, I'm
Black
saying,
Adam.
I'm just saying, like, is everybody just getting ready for the next season of Will Commander Ramos next this coming year when we cross over to next year? It, ever since I guess ever since I mentioned that we're gonna try to do some new changes to the format of the show, y'all starting to do y'all own little workaround of format yourselves.
No, we're
Like
looking
like
forward
like
to.
Schooner's more of a potty mouth now, and and Leia's working on her corniness now. What is going on,
Oh,
guys? I'm impressed.
I've
Look, I'm
been
impressed.
I've just been making YouTube shorts, and I finally uploaded my first video, like long form video.
Oh,
It
nice.
was it was
Very
6
nice.
minutes.
Wolf, it's because Christmas is around the corner and we all want to be on the good list.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true. I ain't mad at
It,
y'all.
no,
So
we're trying to believe. The Black Adam. Now,
as
from what you
as we were saying,
go ahead. I was going to say from what you're so I'm from what I've been told from you guys, since I'm a newbie to this character, he is a villain because I believe in the press junkets and the advertisers I've seen. It's like The Rock or Dwayne Johnson is selling him as either a hero or anti-hero, and
an-
I'm getting a lot of
Anti-hero
that lately.
mostly.
anti-hero, which he's not
Yeah.
wrong.
Okay.
Again, like he's not wrong. Like Black Adam does like act as an anti-hero. However he is a lawful evil after his fall from grace. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
heck, for a while he was actually a member of the JSA, the Justice Society of America.
But then he decided that the JSA was too lenient and started to try to recruit a superhero team of his own to deliver more harsher punishment. And then he became a bad guy. And I think it wasn't until after Infinity Crisis they started more so exploring his anti-hero roots, especially after Alexander Luthor betrayed him and put him on the Anti-Monitor's tuning fork.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This was yeah, because there in that time after he left the JSA, like after that whole thing, like between him and the JSA, he joined the secret society of supervillains to protect Kondak.
Mm-hmm. Kondak is his kingdom, but yeah, Leia, from what we're telling you, it's that this movie is not going to be following the comic books. It's going
Origin.
definitely down a New 52 route and putting its own spin on the character.
Yeah,
They're clearly
and
building him. They're clearly building him up for Shazam 2. That's really what this movie is. It's a promo for Shazam 2.
I'm not feeling it. I'm just
Neither
not
am I.
feeling it. I'm not
If
feeling
you want to know,
anything that they're building up to with him when Shazam, when next the Shazam movie that features him where he factors into it is going to come to fruition because the way how with how clunky the DC EU has been recently, it's like
Mhm.
how are you going to sell that?
I don't know.
Like, how are you gonna sell him being a good guy in this movie, but then also going around trying to take down Shazam himself? Like
If you want to
what would
know
be Black Adam's motivation?
exactly. If you
Yeah.
want to know, if you want a true good representation of Black Adam, just watch the DC animated short, The Return of Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman is
Or
actually in there.
Yep.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or read either the original Captain Marvel title held before Earth Earth was merged with the main DC Earth, which became New Earth, and Power of Shazam, and the JSA by Jeff Johns. Well, his run with the JSA.
I will keep that in mind. The reason I asked is because Wolf, like you, I'm not feeling any excitement for this movie at all, despite the fact the box office has crap out there right now. I am not feeling this particular film. Maybe because one, I don't know who this character is very
Man, the
well.
only thing I'm actually interested in is the freaking doll movie made by Bloomhouse.
Oh my
The Megan?
god! Yeah.
Oh, Megan.
Mhm.
The what movie?
That's
The
the
doll
only-
movie?
No, it's called
No,
Megan.
I'm saying
It's called Megan.
it's called Megan. It stars a doll that
What is
shimmy,
she?
shimmy, yo, shimmy, shades during the movie. I like
Okay.
me
Here, I'll tell you. Here, I can give you a
brief.
brief. I can give you a brief little bio of the
Go ahead.
film. All right. So, a little girl loses her parents in an accident. She goes to live with her aunt. Her aunt's is not good with kids. She is actually a programmer for artificial intelligence and decides to create an artificial doll to be the little girl's friend. Now, this doll can learn and be a friend to the little girl and stuff. The problem is that unforeseen complications are now arising because the doll is now becoming way too attached to the little girl and is becoming a little too possessive of the girl. And it's getting to the point where it's basically Chucky if Chucky was the little boy's friend.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
As
like.
Eloise had one. No, who said this one time? Somebody said this. It was a child's play. The modern take of Child's Play that we should have gotten instead of the one with Mark Hamill voicing Chucky.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think they were going a little too much on the cheesy and gore factor. If they had tried to make it a little more of a psychological thriller, like what was that? That Cult of Chucky? That was actually pretty good.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's pretty good. I actually was very impressed. It actually is a little terrifying. Not completely terrifying, mind you, but it is a little bit terrifying.
His daughter was in that, and his daughter looks just like him. It's so scary. It's so eerie how identical she looks, just like her
Oh, yeah.
daddy. Like,
Anywho,
she's Brad Dorff with tits.
nope. Anyway,
One last question before we move on about. I got to go back to Black Adam for a minute because now I'm hearing Henry Cavill, Superman, is supposed to be in this film, and now I'm hearing Superman 2. So,
Especially.
I mean, thank you. I mean, bringing because that's the other talk I was going to bring about. Now there's news. There's going to be a Man of Steel 2, which kind of took me by surprise because for a long time I hadn't heard a talk about a Man of Steel 2. And I'm nervous because I'm going to say this right out. Disagree with me. I don't want Zack Snyder Man of Steel. I want true comic book Man of Steel. Do you think they're going to do that?
Sure
A lot of people are
he won't have
excited.
that.
They're very excited, and I want to be excited because I want to give Henry Cavill another chance. But I'm just afraid they're going to still stick with Zack Snyder, and I don't like Zack Snyder's take on that.
Yeah, they're probably going to
Zack
stick
Snyder's
with
going to be
Snyder.
anywhere near the projects anymore. I think he's moving on.
Well, after the Snyder cut, despite the massive campaign, everybody thought, "Oh, Zack Snyder's finally now in like Flynn." It's like, no, that was a bone being thrown our way. Don't think for a second they're signing on Zack Snyder. He's out. Snyder's out.
you know, I have
Hey,
my
Air.
webcam up here.
Nice
Um,
to see you here, dude. You have
I
Air
have
Gear
my-
here too as
I have
well
my
from Ishii's clan.
I have my
Welcome,
webcam
everybody.
on for this because this is something that I'm more so serious about this. I don't even care much for Black Adam. As a DC fan, for myself, as a DC fan, and just now hearing about Man of Steel 2, why should I care anymore if Warner Bros. Just doesn't care?
That's the question I'm posing to anyone in the chat. If anyone wants to comment, and to you guys, I mean, a lot of people are head over heels excited, but I'm like, I just don't trust them right now. I would love to see Cavill back, but everybody's like dancing in the streets, celebrating his Mardi Gras. But I'm like, guys, I don't know about this, and that's the funny thing. Why am I not excited about this? And then why is Superman in Black Adam? You guys say he's associated with Shazam, so why isn't Shazam in the movie? I'm confused.
And Captain Marvel.
Well,
Oh,
it's because Captain Marvel They're setting up Captain Marvel, but I don't know why they want to set up Superman, because they want to have a fist fight. They want to have bare knuckle fight. It's Superman versus Black Adam, or I'm sorry, Henry Cavill versus The Rock. That's basically what this is.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, plus it doesn't come off as rather earned.
Can I just say what my favorite part of that trailer is? My favorite part of that trailer is when Black Adam says to Superman, "Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?"
Oh, is that a joke, or does he really say that?
That's a joke.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
gonna say, "Oh my god." Oh my god.
Or maybe he should say, "It's Black Adam time."
some pun like that. Well, that's what I'm asking.
Man,
Then we'll move
I'm
on
only
after this,
interested
but-
in Shazam 2. I'm sorry, let me cut into you.
No,
like,
that's
later.
okay. That's okay.
I'm all for Shazam 2. I really want to see what they're gonna do with whoever these gods are, because I really have no idea who these guys are supposed to be. Can somebody please educate me on who are these guys that he's going to be fighting?
Yeah, I have no idea myself. I did not like the first Captain Marvel or Shazam film. I just didn't. I'm not crazy about, no excitement for this one. So, Wolf, if you see it, you'll have to give me an honest review of it and let me know if it's worth my time. I'll be very open to listening to you. But I don't, because the trailer, I didn't like the trailer at all. I didn't like the trailer at all.
I'm still waiting for an answer, guys.
Because does anybody know the gods that Shazam is fighting in his movie? Because it doesn't look serious.
I think it's Thor. I think he's going to fight Thor. Oh, hey, Chris Hemsworth has been signed on for this flick.
Well, wait a
I'm
minute.
kidding.
I'm
kidding.
I know.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Shazam is saying, "Who am I going to fight next?" And then Chris Hemsworth comes in as Thor, and he's like, "Wrong franchise, dude."
Yeah, that would be more interesting.
Not
See,
because back into the other universe.
But here's the problem with the Shazam 2 trailer. Doesn't look.
There's
serious.
a Creed 3 coming out after
Yeah.
all
Oh,
these
yeah.
fucking years.
I know.
Like, to me, when I saw Superman 2 and that poster of him getting ready to fight those
I gotta
three
look at this
villains,
trailer later, or maybe we can watch it together.
I took that serious. But I don't see any seriousness of it. Looks more like a comedy.
Maybe
Is fighting these gods supposed to be serious? I don't see. I mean, I get the humor, but it's like, this is a joke. It's not worth my time. Am I missing something? Because you said you like Shazam.
I think it's really upsetting that we finally got Dr. Fate and Hawkman Hawkman in a movie, and it has to be they're playing second fiddle to Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
You do guys think Hawkman is race swapped.
One of the few times,
and Cyclone as well.
One of the few times where I say that the race swapping did not bother me at all, because the Danny can look wherever the fuck they want to look like.
Yeah, and also Hawkman, in his lore, he is reincarnated. He and his wife Shiera are reincarnated. They seek each other out, and that's their curse. They die and they're reborn again. So in this iteration,
my problem is the tornado bitch.
Yeah. Cyclone.
Yeah, Cyclone. Yeah.
Cyclone. For one, is a good character, but they made her black.
She is, and she's also a legacy.
Bites the dust, and another one, and another redhead bites the dust.
Here we go again.
Cyclone is also a legacy character. As she has a daughter.
Hang on a sec, Dom.
I'm actually trying to check this one out.
Go ahead. If you haven't seen it yet, I saw it just earlier today, and I was like, "You really? I didn't know that. Another one?"
Well, hold talk real quick.
Okay.
They're giving a backstory now. This don't look like no Rocky movie. Turn it down a little bit.
Oh, they got her in it. I'm no fan of her as an actress.
Oh, you're a monster. Okay. Oh, he's gonna be the Clover Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Clover Lang. He's Clover Lang's son.
No. He's the Clover Lang in this movie.
Oh, okay.
He Mike Tyson his ass. So, well, it seems like they're combining Tommy Gunn with Clover Lang.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shot with his daughter punching the punching bag.
Yeah.
That was wholesome. I can tolerate, what's her face for this movie.
Okay.
I do like the idea that it is sort of like framed as a tragic friendship.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
I don't mind the
Alright.
daughter, but again, nobody has sons anymore. Okay. All right.
Hang on, lady.
Ah.
Hang on. At least they
All right,
got a
all right.
kid.
Yeah.
Look. I'm willing to not really harp on too much about them always having girls all the time. So long as they have a damn kid, I'm willing to give that some leeway to some extent, mind you, to some extent.
So, what is this movie about? Because I was like you, I had no idea Creed 3 was coming.
Like I said, it looks to me like it's going to be a combination of Clover Lang with a bit of Tommy Gunn.
Yeah.
Some young up and coming, or at least in this case, it's going to be a friend of his in the past. But he's got ego like Tommy Gunn. He's got the ferocity of Clover Lang.
Mhm.
I'm kind of feeling this.
Well,
How many years since the second movie?
wow. I don't even remember. I think Rocky did die at the end of that one.
No. He had
No,
to.
he didn't.
No, he
But,
didn't die. He went back.
I don't
He
see
went
no
back.
Stallone.
He went what?
I
Dominic?
don't see no Stallone in the trailer.
He went. He went to see. He went to reunite with his son again.
Yeah,
Oh,
his
that's
not
right,
son,
yeah.
because the real son died.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. He may make a cameo in this one. I can't
He
predict
could
that.
he could make a cameo.
I don't know, man. It don't seem
I
like
mean-
Stallone's involved in this. It don't really. That's why
No.
I was in the middle.
It's
of
true,
this
'cause
don't feel
Stallone-
like no Rocky movie.
It's true. I think Stallone is probably trying to put this behind him because I know on Paramount Plus he has, what is it called? The King of Tulsa that's coming out.
Yeah, King of Tulsa.
Yes, and he has another Expendables movie coming out as well.
What?
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't know
hell
that.
to the yes. You know what?
Let that shit go.
It's probably
That
going to be
movie
based on the
sucked.
comic.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say I would go
It's gonna
see
be-
I would
I-
go see Expendables versus Justice League.
Hang on.
I think the
Go ahead.
Expendables are going to be based. It might be based on the comics because your boy Zach from CG made an
And Chuck
Expendables comic.
Mhm.
That's
Thanks,
pretty
Louise.
awesome.
And in it, they go to hell.
Oh,
That's right.
that
To
better be the
rescue-
premise.
It's basically the Expendables go to hell, and then they have to like get out.
That better be the premise. If that is the premise, I will see that shit.
The Expendables movies are really fun. Really fun. Like you see, like we are reunited like with the action heroes and heroines that we grew up with. And what I enjoyed about the third movie is like is they were treated with well. The new characters they were treated with respect, and they were working side by side with
I gotta go,
like
guys.
the golden
See ya.
age of
See it.
Bye,
Yeah.
Eloise.
Bye, Eloise.
Hey,
And they were
Eloise,
work-
take care.
and they actually and their interaction with Stallone's crew like with with Grace and Tech. Like at first, like it was antagonistic because it is like the age-old conflict between like the old generation and the new generation.
Boomers, boomers.
But eventually, they actually had to develop a newfound understanding and respect with Barney and his guys.
Yes, I agree with them. They are fun. And they are fun to watch because for the very reasons that you just said. So I can see why he's probably making. Would this be number 3 or 4?
It'll be 4. But there are
Oh,
currently
okay.
there are currently three expandables.
Okay, so
Will,
I
can you elaborate on the certain comments?
what William just said? I
Mhm.
missed it.
Let me bring it back up.
Oh, it's from Creed. Creed, like, where he developed cancer.
Oh,
Yeah,
but I
but
thought.
he no
Go ahead.
his character like developed cancer, but he was able to beat it.
Okay, I
We sure
see.
do need a movie off of that. Rocky Beats Cancer. Coming to theaters coming to select
You know what?
theaters.
And that's the thing. When he's going through this experimental, radio, I don't know. I don't know the medical term, but when he's going through this experimental surgery that's going to save his life, we go into Rocky's mind, and the cancer manifests itself as a boxer, and he's going
Get
to
up,
box.
you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you.
And he's voiced by Mark Hamill.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I would honestly watch a new Expendables movie as well as Creed 3 over Black Adam.
Seriously,
And
next year is really got. I don't mean to
I
cut
mean
into you.
I mean after
I gotta say this real quick. Next year is really like I'm actually like having a mental list, right? And so
Mhm.
far, whatever is coming out coming this year, I'm actually putting that shit on the list. Like damn, I'm actually putting that on my list. I want to watch that actually.
Movies
Like
you want to see?
yeah, Megan,
Okay.
John Wick 4,
Okay.
have
Creed
you,
3 now. Creed got
have,
my attention.
have you seen The Barbarian?
Mm-mm. No, I haven't.
It's a new horror movie, and from what I'm hearing, it's pretty good, including Smile.
Yeah,
I've heard mixed reviews about Smile. Some people enjoyed it, some
no,
people
no,
didn't.
no, Smile's not really grabbing me that much. It reminds me of that
Mhm.
one movie called Truth or Dare.
Yeah, don't. It's not worth your time.
That movie was terrible.
I know. I was there when it came to my theater.
So the question is
I heard
why?
everybody say how shit it was when they walked out. I
I
was
want to know.
there.
I want to know who greenlit it.
That goofy ass smile.
Yes.
That goofy ass smile. My
That's a
good.
good question,
That,
Dominic. Some
that
idiot.
digital smile.
Well,
The-
Just as a
Smile.
Joker. That's a scary thing. Just a Joker grin.
At least Smile's teaser trailer actually helped establish like the uneasiness.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they know how to write horror movies these days. As I said, even if you're writing a spooky story,
Bloomhouse
you
is
still
kind of
have to tell a
killing
story.
it. Bloomhouse is kind of killing it. They're actually they're actually finding their footing on that front.
I'm going to
So,
say that Bloomhouse knew how to strike that perfect balance between horror and give it a PG-13 rating. So that way it's more accessible to people. And they've had a lot of successes. I mean, you can tack on maybe a handful of failures, but Bloomhouse, they're finding, like Wolf said, they're finding their footing because they're trying to be experimental in their horror movies, if you noticed.
Yeah, the last movie I've seen from them was Freaky.
mm-hmm.
Freaky was good until it had a great idea, but I think it got a little too caught up in its comedy.
I mean,
Well, to be fair, it was advertised as a horror comedy.
And I'm going to say this too. The standout performance in that entire movie is Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
What?
It's
Hang on,
not.
hang on. What we gonna say, Leia?
When you're talking about Bloomhouse, I mean, is this the type of movie where you all are grown, but when you came out of that movie and you came home, you still wanted one of the lights cut on in your house, or when you walked out the theater, you were looking over your shoulder? I want that kind of horror movie. I want a horror movie that I'm grown, but I'm like, man, I can't sleep tonight. Cut the lights on or something. That kind of spooky.
I think I
Have you
can get.
seen
I
something
think I
like
can
that?
get you one like that.
That's
What
what I'm missing right
What did
now.
I
That
see
kind of
recently
spooky.
that was like
When I'm
that?
young, but I'm grown, I want a film like on the
You
Key
need to
and
watch
Peele
The
show.
Witch then.
Ooh, yes.
The what?
The
The
Witch.
Witch.
The
You need to
Witch,
watch
a
The
New
Witch.
England tale of horror.
You know, I may check that out. I've seen that
Cause,
advertised a few times.
cause
That's
Now,
what I'm
man,
looking for.
the same guy who directed
Northman.
The Northman directed that.
Oh, I heard about that.
I think
Okay.
that was actually his. I think that was his debut movie.
It is.
I will check it out and I will tell you the scare factor because I want a film that even though I'm grown, I'm like, oh man,
And
I need my teddy bear to sleep at night because that movie got me.
maybe Midsummer. Maybe
Uh,
Midsummer might.
No,
oh, no.
Midsummer was a little overhyped. I think Hereditary was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you probably would have to. You probably do better with Hereditary.
That was a movie that terrified the living hell out of me. And
Okay.
but here's the thing, it's a unique horror film that most scary movies didn't do. It's instead a horror drama.
Man, we was just talking about you, Dark Stranger. What's up?
Thank you, Dark Stranger. Chemo. Thank you. Rocky's going to go through chemo, and he has a manifestation of, I don't know, maybe, cancer as a boxer or something like that. You know what? No. Since it's my imagination, we're going to make it something really crazy. He's going to go up against M. Bison from Street Fighter.
William Salva, William, I want to address his comment. I heard something about that. It had been in the news lately that Stallone, was he happy this movie, Creed 3, was getting made? I heard he wasn't too happy about it.
I'm not
They
too
wanted
No, from
to-
what I've
He
seen
has
from
no
the,
involvement in it anymore, apparently.
Yeah. He's saying I've heard, but he's been speaking out about that lately. That's
that's terrible. They took his franchise from him.
Yeah, that's basically what they did. That's
Yeah.
horrible.
That's upset.
No, he was actually upset. He was upset, so like at a spin-off Drago, like without his input, and Dolph Lundgren, like he thought Sly like agreed to it. However, when he learned about it, he was shocked himself, and he went to Sly personally that he didn't know, and he was upset. Dolph Lundgren expressed like his frustrations and upset of making a Drago spin-off without Sylvester's like input.
Let's also preface this. Do not assuage any hatred or any disliking towards Michael B. Jordan, because
No,
I
I'm not.
doubt that he's had any input on this decision making.
No, I'm not blaming him at all. I'm putting it on the producers and the studio. I'm not playing any anger whatsoever. I'm not directing my anger at him at all. My anger is really goes to the puppet masters, which is the studio and the producers. That's where I'm directing it at. It's not going to him at all.
This go for anybody who's listening, though. By the way, this goes to anybody who's listening. Like let's try our best not to direct our anger on anything at all.
If anything, I wish this movie good luck, especially if this is Michael B. Jordan directing it.
Yes.
Good luck. Good luck. Take a shot, because if this movie
any
is
movie that he's been in hasn't really groped me like Laris of Jordan. What's it
No,
called?
his films have not hit box office wise, which is him as the star. They have not hit. That's the way I like to call it. Meaning, he's not capturing an audience. That film that you said. And then he did another film with Brie Larson, and I didn't see that because at the time I was protesting Brie Larson, and I said I wasn't going to see anything she was in, and I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, it was that one where he's a lawyer.
Yeah,
and he's dating a white woman.
Yeah, that wasn't the reason I stayed away from it. I
Of all women, you guys cast Brie Larson opposite to that motherfucker.
Yes, that's what I said.
The
Man,
only real movie that
standing
got
next to him, her fucking face cracks compared to him. Black,
I
they say black don't crack, but that white
right.
is cracking really bad. You see the paint and everything. You see the
Uh-huh.
bad paint job underneath the bad paint job.
at the very least give him a Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Yeah, he deserves a Johansson. Or
Or at
hell,
least
even a
freaking
Penelope
Elizabeth
Cruz.
Olsen. Like of
Yeah.
all the Marvel women, you couldn't at least put in Evangeline Lilly up next to him at least. Then again, she does look older than him.
First
Well,
off, even well, it doesn't matter. She still looks great. I mean, even Penelope Cruz. Come on.
Yeah.
Any one of them.
Any one
I'm
of
just
them,
saying.
any one of them, like you said, Johansson, Elizabeth Olsen. I can't think of her name right now. She's a Latin woman. But I'll come to it later.
Salma
But
Hayek.
yeah, Selma Hayek.
That's fat now.
Well, she still looks good for in her mid-50s. I'll give her that. But the problem, and I think that's why that film probably hurt, because I don't mind if he had a white co-star. I could care less, but like you said, it could have done better than that. But the problem with Jordan, unfortunately, is he's not making box office gold.
The problem
I mean,
with Jordan is you
putting
cannot
butts
really
in the
place
seat.
anything on him to actually like see what he can really do or what to market him with.
Yeah, how do
He's
you
a good,
market
he's
him?
a good look. He's a good model for men's suits and even watches.
Yes, he's handsome. I won't take that away
Mhm.
from him. But
I've
there's
seen him a lot of time also in the Men's Health magazine, so he's doing great for himself.
But has he really given a good performance?
All right, I'm going to say it. There's only one good performance I saw him in, and it was in Chronicle. He was really good with the movie Chronicle. It's when it's also with no,
Dan
he
DeHaan.
hasn't. Yeah, Dan DeHaan. Thank you. It's that movie where he's with the Michael B. Jordan, Dan DeHaan, and one other guy. I can't remember his name, but three teenagers discover. It's a found footage movie, but it's these three teenagers that find a mysterious object, and suddenly they all have telekinesis.
Ah, okay, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
It was a good
Really
movie.
good, though.
I really enjoyed it.
Josh Trank, somehow one of these days he's gonna make a comeback. I hope so. Josh Trank is creative.
That's another thing too. That was another thing too that I mentioned. Josh Trank directed the Fantastic Four reboot and was horrific. He hated the movie. And if I recall correctly, he wanted Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch. And when he tried to distance himself from the project, and when he was trying to get his name removed, and he even took to the social media, Michael B. Jordan didn't stand with him. Look, I'm not going to blame him. He had to do what he had to do. But what they did to him, the studios blacklisting him like that, that's terrible.
Who? The director, Josh Trank?
The director, Josh Trank, yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the issue with Jordan, and for myself. Yes, he is a handsome man. There's no denying that whatsoever. But he has yet have done a movie for me that really has hit for me to say he is a leading man. Back in the day, in the 80s, Eddie Murphy was the biggest star on screen. I mean, whatever Eddie Murphy did, he got butts in the seats. I don't know if Jordan has not done that. It doesn't mean he can't.
I'm sorry, Leia.
What?
You just got me. You got me snickering when you said butts. And all I can think.
You
all I
know
can
she
think
says
of
that all the
is
time, though.
no. And all I can think of is when she saw him on the television. He told he looked up to her and say, "Get your butt back on that seat, girl." And she just do it. Right? Yep. Okay. Yep.
Oh yeah. And what was that? They said that Leia would be working on her, let's say, corniness, which I likely assume you meant by being horny.
What? My lord!
You know what you mean, Wolf. You know what you mean.
What? Guys,
Hot
I am
for
a classic.
Eddie. So hot for Eddie.
Yeah, see? Like that, see?
So hot for Eddie.
Well,
My girl is horny all the time. Horny all the time. Horny all the time.
I know you have to
That
get him
girl's so
going.
horny all the time.
But no.
Horny, all the time.
What I
Well,
no,
Do
I
not
meant-
disgrace that song. That is a great song.
I do whatever the fuck I want. Matt TV already did that shit before me.
Party all the time.
I'm too late on that one. Matt TV did that long before I even started doing that. That girl likes to email all the time, email all the time, email all the time. That's great,
I
Eddie.
hear they
I'm
are
going
going.
outside now.
I hear they are moving forward with the Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, don't do that.
They're moving. I already know the plot. He's going to be he's going to have an illegitimate daughter.
Oh dear God!
Yeah,
They
Doctor
call
Strange.
me-
And here I
Yes.
thought we were going to get a Top
And who
Gun.
said such a thing?
Yes, I agree. No Sidney Poitier,
Yeah.
indeed. He is
That-
no Sidney. That man cannot hold a candle to Sidney. I stand by my Sidney.
He's not yet. Sidney, Denzel, and sadly the late Chadwick Boseman. The thing about Chadwick Boseman was Chadwick was the perfect package, in my opinion. I think there's any role you can
Mhm.
give him. In fact, before he got sick,
I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. I'm right here. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I rewatch, whenever I rewatch 42, I'm rewatching for that moment and that moment alone. That moment was in the freaking trailer, and I was like, "Fuck me, I gotta see that movie just for that fucking line,
Yeah,
just for that fucking line."
I went to see it
'Cause-
too.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now what that line felt for me when I saw that play out.
Mhm.
What that felt for me. That is a rallying cry for anybody who go through adversity. Not necessarily what the subject matter was displayed in that movie, but what kind of adversity that you're putting your all into. You worked hard for this shit. You worked hard for any kind of shit that you're trying to get through, and you're taking shit to get to that high, basically. And for me, it's every single time whenever I'm actually going through something difficult, I always flashback to that line. I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. Right here. I'm like, damn it, Chadwick, you did Jussie really justice. Or Jackie, my bad, Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie Robinson.
That-
Well,
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right now too. That scene. Would it shock you, Wolf, that scene's also an inspiration for me? Because
that
whenever
goes for anybody.
yeah.
It's not just for me. It's for everybody.
it's like what you said, when you're going through adversity like this and you're frustrated and you're angry, that's using your frustration in a positive way, because he is just reinforcing. It's like, no, I will not back down. I will not surrender. You are wasting your time because I am not going to crack.
White boy had the nerve to say that in this way. Said, why don't you go back? You're holding us back anyway. And he just punched him in his face and shouted those words, man. I was like, yeah, Jackie, show him up. Show him up. That's like, motherfucker, that's your teammate. Show some respect.
Mm-hmm.
He actually got you guys that damn far.
Oh, yeah. He tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it really did matter.
That's that one standout performance on 42. I don't mean to disrupt this conversation, but
no. Go ahead.
42. 42 was like my 42 was basically my gateway to Chadwick Boseman before he even jumped into Black Panther's suit. So
42. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Standout performance was Alan Tudyk playing a racist coach.
Yeah.
That or a racist baseball player, whatever you want, wherever the fuck he's supposed to be. That shit was getting to me so deep. I was like, oh my goodness, when he was going in on that, I was like, oh my god. I was watching that shit next to the wife and shit. I was ready to leave the damn room.
Felt like smashing that baseball bat like he did in the film when he went down in the pit and he smashed it and let it out.
I was like, man, I'm really
like,
finding
I
the urge
know.
to leave the room. We're in the living room. I'm like, I'm ready to leave this motherfucking living room right now. I'm about to scream at a damn wall.
Well,
That shit was so, man, he laid in thick.
That was, I think, perhaps one of the most real moments I think I've ever seen, because we can't go back to the past. We can only view it. But this is really where the power of cinema can come in and really can teleport us to a time where things are just, wow, holy shit. Just holy shit.
I agree, Scooney, and we can see it, but we learn from it. When you look at 42 and the films they make now, like the Woman King, you see two different ways of doing filmmaking, as Wolf just explained.
Part of the reason why I
Now-
haven't revisited because of that scene.
Exactly. 42, I was going to say, Wolf, that was our first exposure to Chadwick Boseman for a lot of people, because I remember going to see it and feeling a lot of the emotions that you're feeling. And that's when you knew that he had it, because he understood how to play it. Like you could relate to it. Scooney could relate to it about a verse. The point of 42 was, yes, we're telling Jackie Robinson's story, but this is a story for everyone who has faced some form of adversity. You don't have to be Black to understand what Jackie Robinson was going through. And
Johnny, are you still with us?
I think he said he'll be back. He put it in the post in the private chat. He stepped away.
Yeah, he keep duplicating himself. I think he started.
Yeah.
I think he just discovered asexual reproduction.
Oh, but I'm saying that, and then that's when I think we all, even before I think Disney or Marvel saw him and said, that's the guy we got to get, because he had it. He just his
Oh,
performance.
yeah, he was also Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
But see, that's the thing. I think there was nothing he couldn't play. He was that Black actor we were looking for. That is just an actor. He's an actor, just happens to be Black, but he could disappear into any role that you gave him.
Before we continue forward, what have any of you guys seen Selma?
I saw it once.
Me too.
I saw it once.
I'm a little hesitant to watch Selma again, because all the shit I've been hearing about Dr. King.
Uh-huh.
You get my drift, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I will even be the first to say, not everybody in our historical figures come with their baggage. Look, they all come with baggage. And I'm like saying, does that really take away from the people that they were? No, it doesn't. Absolutely not. Everybody had. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You had a good point going.
Or y'all go ahead, damn it.
I'm
trying to draw straws here. What the hell y'all problem?
I was saying I find it very interesting that this smear on Dr. King is coming up now, because I think in this day and age, a lot of people do not want to follow the judge me by the content of my character, not the color of my skin mentality. So there's some of this conspiracy with this smear. Like Scooney said, no one is perfect. No one is perfect no matter what. But I don't know.
The thing is, Leia, some part of it is true.
It is. I believe you.
Now, do we stop following his principles? I don't think so.
No.
One thing I would like to practice, or rather exercise in mostly, is to take whatever principles that they once held dear and try to steer it into a better direction. That's why I like to do. Like if there was ever a historical figure or any kind of figure at all that has some principles that I fall to the T, and of course it turns out that they're not as noble or not, then you be the next generation to carry that principle and try to make it an honest principle. When y'all agree?
Yes,
no, I agree.
I agree.
I also agree with what Leia's saying. It's like, wow, I never thought I'd live to see the day where Dr. Martin Luther King, they don't even want to call him, they call him just doctor. They don't even want to call him because he got his doctorate.
No, they just call him MAK. They don't call him Dr. King as much.
They're calling him Dr. King because they don't want to. He got his doctorate though in theology, and he was oh gosh, I can't remember what was he in the church? Minister.
He's a minister.
He was a minister. They don't even want to call him Minister King anymore because they don't want those ties to Catholicism.
Oh, fuck
they don't.
Them.
Yeah, they don't want. They just call him Dr. King. And again, sorry, I got sidetracked there. I never thought I'd live to see the day where Martin Luther King would be canceled.
Yeah, that's the thing that bothers me. That's what I was trying to say in a nutshell. It's like they're trying to cancel him.
They are. fact, they want to, and I also hate they're doing it to Malcolm X too.
They were doing it to Malcolm X long before, and well and after his death. They always had beef with Malcolm X.
Yeah,
Even
especially his
good
little.
black folk. Even
They're
Dr.
trying to
King
make,
himself, mind you, Dr. King did respect Brother Malcolm. The thing is, Brother Malcolm was very controversial in his approaches to you know what the civil rights movement.
Yes.
And as I said, speaking of the civil rights movement, it's very daunting to now know that there's a lot of things about the civil rights movement that really, really sends a chill down my spine.
yeah.
And this is before I even this is before I follow Gothics. This is before I even start to follow many other black figures that on YouTube that have now starting to expose us to the true dirty side of the civil rights movement. To where I'm beginning to is before I even had perused through all that stuff. There was a thought that creeped into my mind. And this was well into 2009, I believe. And I think this is when BLM started its foundation. And I thought to myself, there is a chink in the civil rights movement that they're not telling us. And truth be told, I'm starting like as these years are coming by and we're seeing this rise of white supremacy and police brutality and stuff. And I'm thinking like and black on black crime is still going right. And I'm thinking like, you know something, I'm beginning to have a fearful thought that the civil rights movement was not exactly what it was made to be, or at least it was not televised as it once was, or maybe, just maybe, our black folk took the wrong lessons from the civil rights movement, or they took to heart the wrong images of the civil rights movement.
And Wolf, it's tragic because they're trying to make you. Everybody is trying to say you can't think like that and don't ask those questions, because to them that's like they'll throw these slogans at you, and which are terrible. But they don't
Yeah.
want you asking those questions because those questions are a threat. Because when you ask those questions, you start saying, "All right, let's do some research. Let's find out something. Let's educate ourselves and
Here's
be
where
an
it hit me.
Oh,
And here's where it hit me when Gothics made a video about race hustlers.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's where it's like, so race hustlers, this is why we're still bleating about inequality and all this bullshit, because it's like these are feeding that shit into us, have been feeding that shit into us since the 1920s. Even
Mm-hmm.
the slaves who stayed on the plantation because they could not live their life outside the bondage. Motherfucker.
That you're right. After watching that video by her, which I did enjoy, and it was educational, and like what you just said, you asked a very good question. But you have race hustlers very much now, and you have it in our entertainment, but people don't catch it because they're being entertained. I'll say this, it's true. I'll say this. I'll say it again. I was watching another video, and I'll post it later about. They know what they're doing, and we all know about all the race swapping we have going on here. Wolf, you said yourself, some of it doesn't bother you, but they know who they're trying to reach with Black Little Mermaid and Black Snow White. They know, Disney knows
Ain't no black
exactly.
bitch. That's a Mexican bitch.
Oh, well, she's not white, so I guess they.
That bitch. Well, no. I think no. I got it wrong too. No, I got it wrong.
Mhm.
No, that's a Puerto Rican bitch. She from that West Side Story remake.
Oh, Puerto Rican. Okay. Well, she's the Snow White that we know and love. I really do think that the race hustlers are now they've made their way into entertainment, and they're making their way, but you're so busy being entertained, you don't realize what they're saying to you. I think they're keeping us ignorant, but we're Woman King. I ain't scared to say, I will throw that in there as well. They know exactly what they're doing. They are, through this entertainment, is trying to tell the Black community. But you just said, now when you just said they were afraid to leave the plantation because of of being out on their own. They are trying to give you the image through this
They don't know what
entertainment.
the hell the white at the end of the
Yeah.
tunnel was, so they didn't take the dive. Basically.
Right. Now it's coming through that you cannot make a way for yourself in the world because of the color of your skin. So we are going to do it for you. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to give you a Black Little Mermaid. We're going to give you a Black Captain America. We're going to give you, we're going to race swap a lot of these characters. So we're going to give you a Black female Black Panther, if the rumors are
Let
true.
me address Red.
Yeah, I'd like to weigh in too. Go ahead, Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just Dr. King or Malcolm X. There's a lot of historical figures that actually made big strides and big impacts in history that they're trying to take down, and we've already picked up on that when they're fucking with Joan of Arc of all people.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. I definitely agree. But how they do it is now they're disguising it in the form of entertainment so you don't catch it.
They're not really disguising it because they never shut the fuck up about anything.
Well, that's the thing, because that's not. Yes, they're saying, look, we're giving you Black Little Mermaid, but you know for a fact the movie's going to have some sort of a political message into it.
Exactly, because that's why. That's why they
doing.
never know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but finally,
thank you for breaking the corniness by finally saying, by giving us our first F word of the evening.
Yeah. But they're saying it, but either in their advertisement or just telling the story.
Mostly within the advertisement. Like if you saw this with Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, where they put her in Heroes, just that, basically that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And another part, basically, where they would
or have
basically
a little
advertise
black girl
this,
suck up to her.
pretty much. Basically, when on social media, they would intentionally do this. We even see this with She-Hulk, whether intentional or not. They would do this just to piss them off, just because for that they just want to get people talking. That's literally the whole reason, just to get people talking.
Oh, exactly. Because the reason I said Black Little Mermaid, because in my neighborhood here in Hoodville, around this area, in some areas, they're already arranging special showings. Kids don't have to go to school that day, and they're going to take clumps of kids on buses. I'm serious about this. They're going to get mostly the poor kids. They're going to pay for their tickets and bus them to one of the theaters to watch Black Little Mermaid. I saw an advertisement for it. They said that, well, the underprivileged Black kids in the neighborhood, we're going to put them on a bus and bus them there so they can see this film. Like, I see exactly what they're doing. But I don't like that message, because the message is sending to them that in order to feel good about you or like a character, that character must look like you. But that's the opposite of what Martin Luther King was talking about. That's the opposite of what Martin Luther King was saying. And now these kids are getting embedded in their mind that, no, you can't have redheaded Ariel, but Black Ariel, that's what you want, because that's what you need, because that's the only way you will survive. Or is it to get you to think take a political side? And that's the issue. That's what scares me and bothers me about that, because that's totally opposite.
Even scarier. What scares me the most is that when you're gonna show a child basically something like this, even when you show it any type of Christian film, like anything made by PureFlix, they're gonna believe that atheists or basically whatever the Twitter mobs thinks they're evil are the scum of the world. And trust me, it is fucking scary.
Let me address Grass again. I read sources again. So she asks, wait, what are they doing with Joan of Arc? What they're doing with all women and all women characters? They did a play. They're starting a play with Joan of Arc being non-binary, or played by non-binary. So therefore, Joan of Arc is non-binary.
Yeah, and just to build off of the Martin Luther King getting canceled, it's systematic. First, they're starting to strip away. Okay.
Yes, because I've explained this last time in the last stream too, or one of the streams, where they basically make every single female knight into Joan of Arc, despite the fact that they completely ignore the part of Joan of Arc. Basically, they're just completely ignoring just for their agenda. is they ignore that Joan of Arc is a woman of God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they're doing the same exact thing with Dr. Martin Luther King. They don't call him a minister anymore. They just call him Dr. Martin Luther King. And like what you're saying, his name even itself, Martin Luther, comes from Christianity, but they're not telling you that because he was
Right.
born. He was born Michael King Jr. Most people don't know that, and then he changed his name to Martin Luther King because of his Christian beliefs.
They don't want you to know that because they know, let's just face it, people don't read as much as they used to. And in certain rural communities, they don't read or investigate like they did when I was growing up or when you guys were growing up. So they're taking advantage of that. They want you to stay ignorant of that. They want you to put all your faith and trust in what they're telling you and not investigate on your own.
Uh-huh.
Well, did you want to address? Oh, go ahead.
I think Mark Wahlberg put it best. Y'all need Jesus.
True. Yes. Very true. I would say the same thing. And Wolf, did you want to address Red 31's question? Because Dark Stranger had a point. I was going to go back to that, but did you want to address that? Because he had the question to you.
I just did. Like I said, they're erasing a lot of key things. Like they want to be all inclusive and all that stuff, but they want to erase distinction. Like black person, they want to erase the distinction between a hood Negro versus a well-educated Negro by making this gobbledygook of mush, of made-up words and made-up labels. They don't care about the old labels. They want to care about their new labels, like POCs and all that nonsense. Now they're doing trans POCs or by indigenous POCs or some shit like that.
Oh my God, the mental gymnastics of this is giving me a headache right now.
In the case of the women, they want to erase the entirety of woman. They want to make you into them, which is
them days and these and them days and those and all that.
Basically, they just want to take you away from sexiness. Ladies, they don't want to make you sexy. Right. They don't want to make you beautiful. Men, they don't want you to be tough. They want the roles reversed. They want women acting more like men, and they want men acting more like women.
Exactly. Yeah, especially these insecure, like one guy said about.
You know what?
When
she never fought in combat, so she was mostly a messenger, it seems, or maybe she was just more of a general.
Yeah, she's an inspiring leader.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say this right now: when facing a trial, and they said renounce your beliefs and you live, or be burned at the stake. The fact that she took the stake, woo, Joan, she a real legend.
Yes. Oh, Dominic. Well, if you can get back in there. I forgot what I was going to say. I was going back to the Shuri comment. Dark Stranger, yes, but here's the thing that's making me mad. They jumped over a clunk of story with T'Challa to get straight over to Shuri. That is another problem, but they know normies who don't follow the MCU aren't going to get that. But for those of us who are familiar with some of these stories, there is a whole bunch of stories, T'Challa's adventures. You can still have done.
Tom, I'm resharing you the link over at Discord. Try it that way.
I'm also going to say this too. I don't think they should have retired T'Challa. It would have been better to recast him. Look, I mean, let's face it. Chadwick Boseman, he gave us a great T'Challa, but unfortunately, he passed away and his legacy is cemented forever. But you could have recast T'Challa.
I think so too.
While maybe it says, I would have actually said I would have retired Black Panther from the MCU period after Chadwick Boseman, and then just start its own little cinematic universe with Black Panther with a recast T'Challa.
I think I agree with you, Scooney. I really think that they should have recast. I don't get it. They recast Thunderbolt Ross with Harrison Ford because unfortunately, the actor died. But
Harrison Ford.
Yes, did you hear about that?
He's been recast, and I'm like, Oh, I may just go see Thunderbolts for that alone.
You think that's a good idea, Scooney? I was
Yeah,
thinking
Harrison
other
Ford
actors.
as Thunderbolt, just to see. No, because all right. What's up?
Did William Hurt just die and I didn't know this?
Well,
Yeah.
you didn't know William Hurt passed away?
Yeah, he
Holy
passed away.
shit!
Yes, he passed away.
I mean,
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
William
sadly,
Hurt
we did also lose Hagrid's actor in the Harry Potter films.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we lost Hagrid.
Mm-hmm.
March
Not, I mean,
13th,
not just
2020.
not
How
just
the hell did I
Hagrid.
not see that?
Coltrane is also recognizable for Zukoski for GoldenEye.
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
where I remember
yes.
from too. Yeah.
That was my introduction to him, GoldenEye.
Yeah, see, I knew him. I knew Coltrane as Zukoski before he became Hagrid.
Me too.
Actually, yeah, I knew him before Hagrid as well. I saw him in GoldenEye, but also he was in one of the last episodes of Frasier. He played one of
that's true.
Daphne's brothers, the illiterate one. Like you didn't he was speaking in such a thick accent they couldn't understand him at all, but his humor was through his mime acting and it was
Why
brilliant.
couldn't they? See, why did they? Nah, hang on.
William Hurt's last appearance was in the Black Widow film, and then after that, he passed away.
So you mean to tell me they cast Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross?
Yes.
Yep. And I'm
What?
saying
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam
I will-
Elliott.
That's what I was
I'm gonna-
thinking.
Yeah. Why not
He
Sam
would not
Elliott?
have stood out at all.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Sam Elliott, he would actually be a good replacement for
He
Thunderbolt Ross.
He
Yes.
already played Thunderbolt Ross in
Yeah.
Hulk, Ang Lee's Hulk.
Yeah, actually, it would have been a welcome home.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
That's who they should have grabbed. Like
Harrison
you
Ford
said.
would not have looked. I'm sorry, no.
Do you want to know why I would go see the Thunderbolts? Here's the only reason. Harrison Ford, because we're going to see a movie not of Thunderbolt Ross being a bad guy, but because Harrison Ford is such a damn great actor, Thunderbolt Ross is going to be a good guy. And his joke.
Slow down, guys. Slow down. Dom, are you actually with us, or is that a ghost?
No, I'm here.
Ah, he's here. Yay, welcome back, Dom.
Welcome, Dom.
I do some gymnastics to get his ass in here.
Well, thank you for that. Well,
However, I mean, like, when I saw the poster for the Thunderbolts movie, it didn't really grab me because that's not who the Thunderbolts are.
mhm.
What people tend to misunderstand is the Thunderbolts. They're not Marvel's answers to the Suicide Squad. If they've taken the time to read the source material from Kurt Busiek before he lost his mind, they're a superhero team composed of mostly reformed. Its members are most of the time they are actually reformed supervillains.
Yes,
And
because
how they got started was the aftermath of the Onslaught saga.
yeah, and
Yeah.
basically the Thunderbolts, they're a group of supervillains that suddenly decided to do heroic things because they know it's already something the right thing basically to do. But then we have the Thunderbolts that are basically just now acting like the frickin' Suicide Squad.
Which is actually based on Warren Ellis's, which is actually based more on Warren Ellis's run of the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
However, like when the heroic age happened, like the Thunderbolts were taken back to their roots, and again in the Jim Zub Thunderbolts run after Avengers Standoff.
Can I also say this too, that after the events of Civil War in the comic book, the Thunderbolts came under the command of Norman Osborn. Which,
Mhm.
come on, let's all admit it. Would we go see Thunderbolts if William Dafoe was playing Norman Osborn, running, doing a whole? Come on, we'd all go see that movie.
No.
I would honestly see a Thunderbolts movie that is based on
I'm the minority.
it's based on the original run, based on the original run of the team, where it started off as a plan like concocted by helmet Zemo of the Masters of Evil, but then eventually, over time, they realize they actually enjoy being heroes and want to redeem themselves and by turning
Exactly.
on Zemo.
Exactly.
Hey, get this. Get this. You want to know a measure of what a great character is? How many times his powers has been used on different characters over the years. Fucking Colossus. I'm looking at pictures of people who's used his powers multiple times, more times than one, or at least inherit his powers. Wait, there's a there's a girl Colossus named Anastasia. Is that his future child?
Yep. Or no, I thought it was his sister.
Yeah, I thought it was his
No,
sister.
no,
Ileana's, wait a minute.
no,
Ileana
no.
ain't got his power.
Ileana is Peter's sister, and she can do. She's her mutant ability
This can do
involves
just about
teleportation.
anything.
No, look, Ileana Rasputin. Her powers involve teleportation, and she became a magic user, which actually enhanced her mutant capabilities.
All I'm saying is, motherfuckers' powers being used so many times. It's insane, and that's a good thing. Majority of the time.
Yeah.
Do you agree or disagree?
Oh, I agree. You know what? Speaking of one movie, going back, one movie that I'm actually looking forward to seeing, it's that one trailer I believe I shared with all you guys, Violent Night by David
Oh,
Harbour.
I saw that shit, dude.
And I'm like, oh my God, I want to see this.
Me too, man. Motherfucker, that shit reminded me of freaking Krampus.
Uh-huh.
It actually reminded me more of Fat Man with Mel Gibson.
No, I'm serious. Violent Night looks like a very hilarious movie. David Harbour is playing Santa Claus. He's making his deliveries, but he happens to stop at one he happens to go to a wealthy person's house to drop off, their presents. Turns out this wealthy family is getting robbed, and Santa Claus is playing hero. He's beaten. And no, this is a hard R rating. This movie is earning its R rating. And David Harbour just plays Santa Claus so charming. He's like,
David Harbour, you play that shitty ass Hellboy movie, all's forgiven.
Yeah. I won't blame him.
That speech on that award show, okay, all is forgiven.
I'm also going to say this too. David Harbour, I'll never blame him for Hellboy. Look, he can have his own opinions at the award show because nobody was watching him. It was Winona Ryder who was the star of that night.
Oh gosh, her facial expression was freaking go, dude.
Yep.
She was like, "What the fuck is you talking about?" Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna thumb up and get the fuck off the stage. Hurry up, man.
Killed me because just the way. Come on. If you listen to what David Harbour's saying, yes, it's all David Harbour making a political statement. But if you're watching it, it's Winona Ryder who's stealing the show because it's like, what is she looking at? Where is she going? Why is her face like that?
She looks like she's high as a kite too. It's fucking hilarious.
Apparently, she had to go to the hospital recently for something, and the doctors of the hospital confirmed this. I'm using air quotes because you never really know. Confirmed that this was the side effect of her treatment.
She should have never been on their own stage. Then.
I know. It's like, dude, she just came out of the hospital. What the hell are you doing putting her on stage with David Harbour? But at the same time, I'm like, thank you for putting her on stage because now we have this magical moment with her forever. This is the special moment we all shared with Winona Ryder. Because seriously, what the fuck? What the
her face was what the fucking throughout that whole damn speech.
Exactly.
She should have stayed at home. If there's a side effect, if you've been in the hospital and there's a side effect to whatever medication or treatment you're stay at home. I was in that hospital, as you guys know, and that's why I was not getting on with you guys because I'm like, I am under anesthesia. So I don't want to be.
And who? I mean, and
Talk
who in
about-
God's name knows what you would have said under
Yes.
anesthesia?
Yes. That's what I would have said. Wolf would have been like, what? Okay, we got to take this off right now. He's not feeling it. So
No, you stop! Take my soul, and then hangs up.
yes. No.
And that would be the moment where Wolf says, "And that was Leia." Now back to the topic at hand.
Yes. Dark Stranger, you're not wrong about Harrison Ford these days. If this was MCU phase 1 through 3, I probably would be jumping up and down. Yeah, we got Harrison Ford. But now it's like
Cast him as freaking I would probably cast him as if he was younger, probably would have casted him as possibly you know what, he probably would have been he probably would have been Nick Fury.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
oh,
I
yeah.
agree. Yeah.
And then I'd be
Yeah, 'cause
demanding.
for a good long while, like like people, when people think of Nick Fury, they think of Ultimate Universe Nick Fury, not the original Earth 616.
Yeah.
Who I think that's actually his son. Actually, I think.
Well, yeah. Eventually, yeah. We're introduced to Marcus Johnson like in 2011 with Battle Scars, which pretty much is the Earth 616 counterpart of the
You
well,
know, I'm looking back to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, right? And David Hasselhoff showed up. You know, a missed opportunity there was.
He should have been Nick Fury.
because he was
yeah.
he did
He
play
was
Nick
Nick
Fury in
Fury.
the past. Yeah.
In a TV special.
You know,
that,
I was about to say they should have put a fucking eye patch on him, but damn it, finally you hit the nail on the head. You read my mind.
Yep. Since we knew we were talking about Nick Fury.
It actually would have been nice if David Hasselhoff like came back reprising his role as Nick Fury. Of course, like the TV special like didn't have any connections with the MCU because the MCU was a thing. However, it can be adjusted so it could fit with the cinematic universe, and then like introduce Samuel L.
thing is-
Jackson as Marcus Johnson, which then leads him to change his name to Nick Fury Jr.
Yeah, it can be done. Yeah,
Oh,
like,
totally can be
like you
done.
just said, it can be done if you get a competent writer, like you just said, Dominic.
What would
Like you
kill
can do it,
me
it can be
is
done.
if he shifted to David Hasselhoff, he would have been in a Nick Fury suit. Like,
Mhm.
damn, guys missed a golden fucking opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the Nick Fury show or movie that he came in as. But damn it, I'm aware that he played Nick Fury, and I'm like, oh man.
A
Oh.
golden opportunity.
I mean, if you look at the footage, whereas when he was playing Nick Fury, he actually looks like the character from the comics.
He had the hair
Yeah.
for it too.
Yeah.
He had the hair for it too. Can I also say that is actually pretty for an adaptation of a Nick Fury show? That was actually a pretty faithful adaptation. You got Hell Carriers, you got Shield. They talk about Hydra. Yes, it's a different. They were totally rewriting the backstory, but it was still pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
it.
I agree. Like you guys said, if they had a competent writer like you guys and told the story just the way you did, you can pull it
I ain't a
off.
writer. Yeah, I'm just an idea guy. Remember that.
Oh, well.
Well,
at
I'm
least
the
you came
writer
up with
here.
something.
because
Yeah. At least you
I'm
came.
the
You
writer
bring.
here. Don't worry. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
all-
no, I mean, I want to see it like again, like have David Hasselhoff
Yeah,
like reprise his role as Nick.
Final, you're a writer too, aren't you?
Huh?
Final, you're a writer too, aren't you?
Well, I'm aspiring one. Yes. Why?
Well, okay, so we got two writers here. So yeah, we're good. Idea guy, two writers, as long as you got more than one.
Wait, two. Who's the second aside from me?
Me.
Oh.
Hey, what am I? Chopped liver?
Hello, Top Liver. I'm Schooner Tuna.
Let's not start sucking each other's dick just yet.
Oh my God.
Get back to what Leia's talking
Okay,
about.
fine. We have three writers and two ideas. Leia, because I still love your idea of X-Men in the MCU.
Oh, well, thank you, Scooney.
It would not kill off Thunderbolt Ross. But
No. Personally,
Yeah.
You would not. Well, I was trying to think of some event that would cause some sort of to get the ball rolling.
yeah,
Because I thought that perhaps Ross would be a threat to Magneto, and Magneto was
exactly.
not going to allow that to happen. So that's
Yeah.
why I would do. That's why I said, well, someone prominent has to be
You
taken
know what
out.
worked really great as a Maria Hill and Black Widow
Who that?
too.
Who?
These two.
Which one is?
Oh,
Maria? Which
yeah.
one is,
You know what?
yeah,
You're right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That actually would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember V. I miss V.
I
I
remember
got
that.
all the series. Even the
Really?
one that
I've actually. Did you watch that?
Yep. Even the one that wasn't so well received by V fans, the series itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The one where you can go to a visitor and Jewel chop that motherfucker despite him wearing a helmet.
Yep.
Every single my goodness. I watched that shit from beginning to end and I was noticing some stuff, man. And I'm sitting here like, wow, they really did chop down the budget for this series because every time they approach a damn visitor, they would jewel chop them with the butt of their gun every
Yep.
single time, and I'm like, man, you guys are really making the visitors seem incompetent.
That was
Kind of the
must
same like
watch
in
television when that aired. That was like the must watch TV that night.
Mhm.
Yep. Not just that, but you also got, Mork and Mindy.
Namu.
I'm glad to hear that other people watched V because I got jumped on for watching it. I guess many of the adults around me didn't understand it. And
Well-
I'd be watching it and they would say, why are you this stuff this ain't real. This is just a fantasy jump. So I just said,
not
fine,
just
I'll go through and watch it by
that
myself.
bullshit that our black folk always keep talking about something. Well, that's we watch it because this is real. This is real. This is real. I'm like, what the fuck
Yep.
has gotten into y'all? I'm looking at you. You looking at me. Am I real enough?
Exactly. I'm one of those types of again, I'm going back to Kingsman because he just said it so perfectly, Colin Firth. He says, "Give me a far-fetched theatrical plot any day."
Yes,
He
and I
does,
agree.
when they're talking about, I love it when he says, "Do you like?" I especially love Samuel L. Jackson with the lisp. "Do you like spy movies?" And he's like going, "Well, yes, actually." He says, "The newer stuff, not so much, but give me that. But the stuff from the past, oh, give me that far-fetched theatrical
I
plot."
remember-
Yeah.
Yes, that
And that's why I want to see the movie Violent Night, because that is such a far-fetched theatrical plot. I have to go see it.
Uh-huh.
I have to see this.
I would, after watching the trailer, I would check it out myself as well.
Yeah.
We need. Films like that needs to be put back to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of that one YouTube video in defense of Nicolas Cage.
Oh my
And
God! Yes.
it's a very well thought out video. And when you stop to think about it, the argument he made is not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, like he is with Nicolas Cage, he is a troubadour, and he's still doing
Damn.
acting for the sake of it.
Good in our
Yeah,
old
he's
age.
genuine. He has passion for the art and craft and acting.
I
Exactly.
agree. I do. He's very rare actor in Hollywood these days that acts
Oh!
out of his passion.
Actually, I just began to realize this when Colin Firth actually had the eye patch. He should have been Nick Fury. When you actually look at him, he looks like Nick Fury.
Yeah. He would have been yeah, he kind of.
He would've
And
been fine
aside from the fact that he's British, even though Nick Fury's not.
Well, here's the thing, though. Nick Fury came out at the time of the Cold War, but you can always say SHIELD is actually a multinational intelligence organization.
I mean,
And
it was established in the source material. And there's also and don't forget the fact that Nick is functionally immortal. He's been around for quite a while.
Yep.
This is due to him being injected with the Infinity Serum.
Yeah, that's one way
fuck?
Marvel worked around. That's one workaround Marvel got to say, yeah, we're not changing Nick Fury.
Back the fuck up. Infinity Serum.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's called the Infinity Formula. Formula. It was there. It was another attempt to recreate the Super Soldier Serum. Like those who were injected by like their physical abilities, like physical and mental abilities, are enhanced, and they are made functionally immortal. They're
I love how
ageless.
all the I just love how all the side effects of these super soldier serums are almost all the same. There's almost no downside to it. Could you just imagine? Could you just imagine a super soldier serum where it's like, yes, yeah, you got this ultimate, like all the power that you ever got, but now you're green, or it's like, yes, now you are going to be our greatest weapon, except now you're 3 feet tall.
Wait a minute. Because something like this has even been used in the plot in the first Ultimate Alliance when you go to the Omega base.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I remember.
that.
You know
See,
what?
now those games were
I'm
even
just throwing my
amazing.
arms up on that shit
Yeah.
because we already had
I mean,
Time
also,
Traveling Bullet.
Ultimate Alliance it was a precursor to Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and in some ways a successor to to the original Marvel anime universe from the '90s because it was like it was very faithful to the to the comics, and like even those like who are not longtime fans of comic books besides Marvel, DC, and the Independents, like they actually get to know the characters like through mini games as well as files they would find about like characters and events that occurred in the Marvel universe.
Oh heck
even
yeah!
even the trivia games, which you actually get to play, which
Yeah,
they have been doing since prior to this with X-Men Legends and X-Men Legends 2 Rise of Apocalypse. And hey, Iron Man's in the second game.
yeah,
And
it was
Deadpool made his very first appearance in that game too.
it
Oh
was
my gosh,
it
I
was
remember those. See, those games,
like
those
that's not
were amazing adaptations.
yeah. Not only that it's accessible to both longtime fans and newcomers who can be introduced to the medium.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. I mean, and why aren't we getting more games like that? I mean, right now, what?
Because everybody wants the games to look like fucking pasty face, crack face, realistic trails.
Yeah.
I know. But here's the thing: you can make it look real, but still keep its cartoonish edge. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Make the characters
Plus
exaggerated, but they can.
sorry, plus the development companies are not around anymore.
No.
Which is very tragic.
Yeah.
You've got the wrong people working on them, like you said.
Mhm.
You know, you guys said you don't have the right people who understand it working on it. You have these other people that are like, let's make it like the real world, or let's make it realistic, or let's make it like this, and the imagination and creativity is gone out the window. You
I
get these
know.
people that absolutely don't understand how these things are supposed to work. So that's why they're not as good as they used to be, because you get these college grads, I don't know, coming in that just don't understand it. They don't understand what creativity and imagination is a part of it. You
Oh
know,
hell yeah, Stephen Lang.
Heck, heck, even before going to college, like I knew like how like the story like what storytelling and like how comic books or even a novel is made. Hey, even and and again like and again
Oh yeah, Neostar. Yes, the Fantastic Four animated series. That was amazing.
now which one? One
Yeah,
2007 or the 90s series?
90s,
The
90s.
I think this
90s
is the
series.
90s series because this is from the intro.
Oh,
Johnny's the Human Torch. The
Oh,
thing
no.
just loves to
Oh, no.
fight. Just
We
call
got-
the four. Fantastic Four.
now, man, what I loved about the Fantastic Four anime series is it was straight up adapting the original run by Lee and Kirby.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I even enjoyed the Silver Surfer cartoon for what it's worth.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Silver
liked that for a
Surfer was
time. Yeah.
fucking Shakespeare in space. That's what
Uh-huh.
was amazing about that show.
It's
These motherfuckers
criminally
were like
underrated.
characters from Legacy of Kane.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that I would have liked. That I want to see more in my superhero stories. I want to see.
Thanos came off like freaking like a freaking tragic Shakespearean character.
Exactly. I mean, why couldn't we
Or
have
does he
more
get his ass kicked by Squirrel Girl?
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
probably working up
Well,
to that.
also, I mean, and to those who don't know, Squirrel Girl was created by Steve Ditko.
The original, the original artist who did his original Spider-Man run with Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And she's basically, in all intents and purposes, the Marvel's joke character.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And no, Deadpool's not a joke character. Although he does make wisecracks, he is a pretty tragic guy.
Yeah, he had the Joe character. I think that's what. See, we could get a Squirrel Girl movie, but it would never be done competently.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
No, not in this
'cause-
day and age. No.
because I just had the.
Mm-mm. They want that fat bitch that's running around dressed as Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
Because
yeah. I'm relieved. I'm relieved that the Great Lakes Avengers are safe because I dread with how Marvel Studios is going to handle them.
Because I just had the idea for of a Marvel anthology series, and I was going back and forth on whether or not I want to add Squirrel Girl. While she would be a nice addition, but yeah, that kind of would basically ruin the impact because she easily just overhands Thanos without a problem.
Well, because the funniest thing is that Squirrel Girl is the strongest character in the MCU.
That is fact.
But that's the
Okay,
funny
you know
thing.
what?
She's the
You know what?
best.
Since we're on her real quick, let me talk about my Captain America DCU right.
Okay.
So I know last time I brought that up, I was gonna use Speedball as the main villain for the Captain America movie that stars Bucky as Captain America and Falcon as Falcon training the new generation of superheroes coming up.
Yes.
So I actually modified it.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
who they were going to take on in this Captain America movie instead of Speedball turned to Penance?
Who is it?
The Wrecking Crew.
Oh.
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 Wait, I thought we'd be saving
Now-
that. Wouldn't you save that for Luke Cage though?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, the Wrecking Crew are Thor's villains. But they have
you're right.
they have faced other superheroes of the Marvel universe besides Thor. I was upset with how the She-Hulk TV show handled them as well as Titania. Oh, my reaction was
in there as a regular Joe, or not a regular Joe, just a rando with superpowers. Look at how they're dressed. Look at how they designed them. I'm like, when I saw them, I was like, bruh, I could have done a better job with these motherfuckers. In fact, I like Nano V movies. What you call it? His rewrite of the shit. His rewrite of the Defenders, where he uses the Wrecking Crew as the main villains. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling that. But like I said, like I would have used them for the Captain America movie. You know, you got this superhero group. Now you got this supervillain group.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, no round of applause. Okay.
No, I was listening. Wolf, I thought you were going to continue. Okay. I'm listening because you already got me.
we're all
I'm
listening.
We're
Yeah,
all
no.
listening.
I'm just saying this. When the last time you actually had a villain group versus a superhero group besides Infinity War?
True. In fact,
And
I was really hoping we were going to get the Masters in at least one of the Avengers movies.
Should they have continued? But you know, we
Oh, the Masters of Evil.
Yeah.
Masters of Evil.
A group of is what I would like here. Is I want to see. I don't want train tracks, and that's what threw them away. I don't on the prom, and that's what I turned. I want true evil. That is what I would like to see. You're right. A really good fight between, I mean, true villains, true bad guys.
True super villains. Yeah.
Yes. I don't, not any anti-heroes are sympathetic. I am getting fed. They are going overboard with these anti-heroes and sympathetic villains. I have my favorites. We all have our favorites, but now I really like to see somebody who's true.
We get it. We get it. We have other villains that are not all that evil. But for God's sake, is it too much to ask for some real deal bad guys?
Not just a real, not even just a real deal bad guy. Give us a bad guy that really just loves being bad. A delicious, like they have that charm. Like they know that they're bad.
Like, what's his name? What's his character's name? The main villain from
You will
Demolition Man.
never escape my trap, He-Man.
What's his name? The main villain from Demolition Man.
Phoenix.
Oh,
Phoenix,
Phoenix.
yes.
Yeah,
Simon
Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well, I mean, we need more Simon Phoenix, Nurse Ratchets, Dio Brandos,
Skeletor,
Flamingo of One Piece.
Hell yeah.
Zod from Superman 2. I still see
and Rita Repulsa of the Power Rangers.
Let's not forget the Joker. The Joker.
Let's also not forget Darth Sidious.
Yeah. So
yes.
I mean, to those who say like villains who are evil for the sake of it is passe and they shouldn't continue. I'm sorry. How much of fiction have you consumed?
Exactly. I mean, there's this one. I mean, heck, even Better Call Saul gave us a villain. If you guys don't watch it, Better Call Saul, recommend it. Lalo Salamanca. I mean, my gosh, this guy was just a vicious killer, and he just reveled in it.
Exactly.
And he had a terrifying personality to him. In fact, okay, major spoiler alerts for anybody. Better Call Saul. Cover your ears right now if you don't want to be spoiled. Even when he dies, he has like this sadistic grin on his face. That's just how much he loved being bad.
Exactly.
It shows villains like that. They're still around. However, they're not in the forefront as they used to. I mean, we're seeing more of that in Eastern and European works than over here in the West.
Well, and that's why we need to have some deliciously evil bad guys. I mean, let's face the fact. I'm going to sound terrible for this, but one of the real like vicious characters that I love to hate from the Marvel Cinematic Universe was Red Skull, because he was really the genuine article of just evil, vicious, bad.
Mm-hmm.
I agree 100%. And even when I look back at Superman 2, every scene with Zod in it on his parts, I loved, because I love his wicked, no apologies, evil. He felt he was to rule, and he believed it. And there was no apologies coming from him at all. He believed in revenge. He believed he was better. And he believed that if you didn't follow what he said, I might spare you. But if you do not, I'll take your life. Period. Yeah. That's why
it's this mentality of might makes right, where Superman is might for right.
Exactly.
Right. And that's
especially.
I mean, another.
Just to think. Hang on. Before. Sorry. Just one thing. It also helped that Terrence Stamp just oozes evil. If you guys watch that behind-the-scenes footage, there was a scene where Terrence Stamp would act, because he was a method actor, so he would act like Zod on and off the screen. So he wouldn't interact with people. He would just stand around brooding, and the other two kind of just followed suit.
Urza.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Nod and Ursa, followed along with it. And I think what's hilarious is one day Nod wasn't on set and they were scrambling around. They were trying to look for him, and Terrence Stamp just yells, because Leia, you shared this video with me and I loved it. Terrence Stamp calls the actor to the stage. He says, get up here now. And the guy comes walking in, sneaking right in, saying, I'm sorry, I'm totally sorry.
It worked, though.
But it
That's
worked.
great. It worked.
It
You could tell in the performance. I thought it was brilliant, but it worked.
No, you're not in character. You're supposed to grunt. All right.
And he says, do I look like I have tummy issues? Give me a grunt. Very good. Stick with that one. Next.
Yeah.
And then and then Donner's like, next scene, action. And Donner says, I haven't said action yet. And he says, Donner, you will kneel before me. Richard Donner, the direct. And he's like saying, I yell cut. And Donner says, no, I say we keep rolling. Richard Donner, so help me God, you will kneel before me.
That's a
And soon,
great story.
your ass.
Yes.
Oh
But
my
it
You and I have always agreed. You've always disagreed with the producers. You can work.
Yes.
You'll be a better asset to the new order. If only you kneel before my command. You will kneel to me, Richard Donner.
But it worked because I love that moment in the first Superman where Jor-El just calmly walks away while Zod is just yelling at the top of his lungs at him, and Jor-El just walks. I mean, not. I mean, he just walks away. But guys, it's funny, but it worked, and it shows in the performance, and that's why that performance is still tops with me. That is why it still tops with me. When I saw that, Scooty, when I sent that video to you, and Terrence Taps told that story, I loved it. I'm like, now I get why it works so good. Now
exactly. Are you kidding me? Terrence Stamp can still pull that role right now.
Yeah, if you pull him in right now, he could still pull it off. Yeah, he could still pull it off and still command a room. Even if you put him in Justice League right now with the cast you have now, he would still dominate it.
Oh yeah,
he would still even with Henry Cavill standing there, he would still dominate it. He has it that well to a T. And that's
Michael Shannon, nothing against you, okay?
Yeah,
nothing against
Heresy.
Michael Shannon.
Destroy him.
I'll never blame Michael.
Have you been
Shannon
eating marshmallows on the set? Heresy! Destroy him!
Hey, who ate all of the marshmallows? Heresy! Destroy him!
I was trained, Kal-El. I was trained as a soldier to hone my senses. Where did you receive your training? On a farm?
I wonder how Michael Shannon just got the role for Zod just by watching Prince Blackadder just like, never! There's only one way to win a campaign. Shout, shout, and shout again. So you don't think that aspired leadership and tactical abilities have anything to do with it? No!
This?
It's all down to shouting. Bah!
This is no fantasy. No careless product of wild imagination. No, my good friends. These indictments I have brought you today, specific charges listed herein against the individuals. Their acts of treason, their ultimate aim of sedition, these are matters of undeniable fact. I ask you now to pronounce judgment on those accused. On this mindless aberration, whose only means of expression are wanton violence and destruction. On the woman, Ursula, whose pervasions and unreasoning hatred of all mankind have threatened even the children of planet Krypton. Finally, General Zod, once trusted by this council, charged with maintaining the defense of planet Krypton itself, chief architect of this intended revolution, and author of its insidious plot to establish a new order amongst us, with himself as absolute ruler. You have heard the evidence. The decision of the council will now be made. Guilty. 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 The vote must be unanimous, Jarrell. It has therefore now become your decision. You alone will condemn us, if you wish, and you alone will be held responsible by me. Join us. You have been known to disagree with the council before. Yours could become an important voice in the new order, second only to my own. I offer you a chance for greatness, Jarrell. Take it. Join us. I have seen the likes of your new order too many times before. And I only know too much about what you call greatness. You will bow down before me, Jarrell. I swear it. No matter if it takes an eternity. You will bow down before me. Before you. And one day, your ass.
And Wolf monologue moment. And guys, what did you remember? Yes, Wolf monologue moment.
Good job.
Great speech. Yes, great speech. Great speech. And what you have to remember about Superman 2, guys, those guys, people don't get, they were out to kill Superman. Not play around, not
Superman.
Their job was to kill him. That's yes, that's what that fight. That's what I missed.
Yep, exactly. Oh, I agree with you. They were there to kill him because after his death, the Earth is theirs because they want the Earth.
Exactly. They want to conquer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you guys are right. So it wasn't about. There's no negotiation. Zod's job is kill him. That's not what we're getting now. We're not getting villains like that. I want a villain that sits down and says, "Kill him." Take him out, whatever means necessary. We need to get rid of this person. And those are the type
and
of
And not only that, and not Leia. Wait, hang on.
Kneel before Zod.
Before I forget, I agree with what you're saying, Leia. It has to be a villain who goes, I am going to kill the hero and I'm going to take over the world, all that. But it also has got to be the villain of, I now have you, hero, and now I'm going to tell you my entire plan.
What is it? He's like a Bond villain or something?
Exactly. And he goes, slide 1 of 37. Part 1. How I'm going to kill you.
Oh yeah. I think it was a Geico commercial with this.
Yep, exactly. And the hero's like going, oh dear God. And of course he goes, and then he goes, and then
every supervillain's most famous secret weapon. Overwritten dialogue!
Superman is nothing of the kind. I've discovered his weakness. Yes, he cares. He actually cares for these Earth people. Like pets, I suppose. Sentimental idiot.
Yeah,
Look,
that was
she wants to fly. What bravery. Be nice to them, my dear. Blow them a kiss.
But even though you can say that dialogue, going back to what you guys said, I also like when he comes in, he says immediately kneel before Zod. He doesn't X a name. He doesn't X. He just said, kneel before Zod. Plain and simple. It's not you going.
That's literally his phrase.
Yeah,
that's literally what he says. Just kneel before kneel. You will kneel before me.
Yeah, there's no questions.
Loki even said this too, because he even wants basically the same thing that Zod wants. He wants basically to remake the whole world in his own image, so that he would have it all for himself.
Yes, exactly.
Because that's how entitled Loki is. Hell, he would even kill for it.
Yes.
No, who else is seeing this? Well, with the satellite, only just about everybody. I mean, the whole planet. The whole planet Houston, Earth. The whole planet Earth. You may continue. As the extraordinary story continues. Enough of this. If the planet is watching, can we not show something more interesting? Throw down your arms and surrender. That is an order. General Zod does not take orders. He gives them.
Yep. Again, you just see the sheer not just sadisticness. I'm sorry, no. The self-entitlement. Sorry, geez. Such self-entitlement, and not only that, how dangerous and scary they are. Like how deadpan they're delivering their lines. It's, I don't care for your life, so I can end your life however way I want.
President, on behalf of my country and in the name of the leaders of the world with whom I have today consulted, I hereby indict all authority and control over this planet to General Zod. Only by following all of his directives with the lives of millions be spared. Superman! Can you hear me? Superman, where are you? Who is this Superman? You'll find out, and when you do, come to me, Superman. I defy you. Come and kneel before Zod! Zod!
See the important, yeah, that's the importance of that. Like I said before, when he does appear and he's at the window and he says, "General, do you care to step outside?" You know, they're ready to kill him. He wants that fight. He wants, he wants that. He says that. Who is this? And it's, who that's his entitlement, and that's why he is a classic villain. That performance is with every generation. His Zod he's really to me sort of the mold of what you want your villain to be. As you said, there is no, you don't follow me, well then I'll just kill you and I don't think nothing of it. The entitlement that he believes he should have, and the pure fact that
it's like, join me or die.
Yeah, basically that's all it is. It's join me or die. There's no in between. There's no in
I
between.
see you are practiced in worshiping things that fly. Good. Now rise before Zod. Kneel before Zod.
You see, that's all he says. As soon as he comes in, kneel before. No, I don't care if you're president or not. You will kneel.
You are not the president. No one leads so many could possibly kneel so quickly. I am the man they're protecting. I am the president. I'll kneel before you if it will save lives. It will. Starting with your own. What a backwards planet this must be, where the men wear the ribbons and the jewelry. What I do now, I do for the sake of the people of Earth. But there is one man on this planet who will never kneel before you. Who is this imbecile? Where is he? I wish I knew.
Well, you are killing it with the
Zod.
Zod. You're killing it with the Zod comments. But guys, that's the kind of villain.
Like even my main villain in Light and Darkness, Antera. He didn't come from any sympathetic background. Why he developed this? No, he developed this background because that's all he sees. He is that darkness. Whereas Lux, on the other hand, he sees this too because he is the light entity. Because they're literally manifestations of light and darkness, respectively.
Now, Thanos came close to it in Infinity War.
I agree.
That's why
he straddled the line, I thought, between elemental and fallen, because this is something that Professor Geek talks about, and I love it. There is the elemental villain, and then there's the fallen villain. The elemental villain is the evil incarnate, like you guys are saying, Zod, Pennywise the Clown, even the xenomorphs from Aliens. These are elemental villains. They just are evil for evil's sake. They feel either entitled or just do it on instinct. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like evil at the faint of heart or evil by nature, something like that.
Exactly. And then you got your fallen villains. Now, these are characters who started off good or had good intentions, but slowly got pulled into the darkness and became a tragic villain.
Yeah,
so they have
Darth Vader, example 101.
Example 101. Darth Vader, Two-Face. All those types. But the thing is, you can't have a fallen villain unless you have an elemental villain established first. Because the elemental villain is that evil that the fallen villain is going to be measured against.
Exactly. I totally agree with you. And that's Marvel's biggest problem right now in everything, whether it's the streaming shows or whatever's coming up in their films, is we have too many fallen, and we have too many sympathetic. Yeah. We just need one evil creature that is just bent on.
And the evil creature that they keep pushing is a straight white man because they fucking hate the world.
And we're also seeing one too many well-intentioned extremists, aka the type 3 and anti-villains.
Yeah.
The extremists?
Yes.
The well-intentioned extremists, otherwise known as the type 3 anti-villain.
Yes, I do. I absolutely agree with that. You both have a good point. And finally, you have a very good point. Straight white man is bad guy. Nobody else can be evil but straight white man. That is getting on my last nerves.
Okay, if you're just gonna be having problems with straight white dudes, and if you're just gonna use them as basically just your bad guys and nothing but that, or just straight white dudes, and just having people with like on certain spectrums as the fucking gods. I have loads upon questions for you, and besides, you need to get to therapy, and besides the fact that
You got
get your
it?
head out of your ass.
Yes.
I have no other way to say it. Just get your fucking
Yeah.
head out of your ass.
And
Yeah,
you're also
and
you're
I'm also
also
gonna say
you're also
this too.
alienating everybody with what you're doing. Like, I'm straight, but I'm not white. However, I'm not going to drink your Kool-Aid. I've seen what happened to Jamestown.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I totally 100% agree with that. And you see it more. And first of all, that's a terrible message to send. That is a terrible message because they're taking good heroes that everybody loves because they're straight and white. They want to ruin them. And nothing can be more that than I didn't watch it, but I heard is that whole movie is dedicated. Yeah, that I forgot that really.
Oh,
Don't worry,
it's not-
darling.
Don't worry, darling.
Yeah.
Which
No wonder it bombed.
it bombed historically, but I think Jordan. But here's the funny thing: is that Jordan Peterson was not bothered by it.
No, he
He
ignored
was
it.
just because everybody says in that interview that he was crying because evil, she made him into a bad guy. No, that wasn't what he was crying about. He was talking about the society in which we live in today and how it's so demoralizing for men and how damaging
Mhm.
and how people don't understand how damaging that is to a human being. And he was very empathetic with that. And I'm like, damn. And I'm like, damn, you're right. Go ahead and cry. But no, he wasn't crying because Emma Watson made him not Emma Watson.
Olivia Wilde.
Thank you,
Olivia
Olivia. He wasn't crying because Olivia Wilde made him a bad guy. He was fine with that. He was like saying, "Well, great. Hope it helps."
I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperate that you're right, yet to fail nonetheless. It's frightening, turns the legs to jelly. I ask you to what end? Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same, and now it's here. Or should I say,
Should I say?
I
I
am.
am. See, and that right there straddles the line between the fallen and the elemental. You realize that Thanos had something really, really bad happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what hardened and destroyed, made him this emotionless, tunnel vision man on a mission right there, which makes him an elemental because he will not be shaken from that vision no matter what. He thinks not only is it the right thing to do, but it is his right to do so. He believes it's his right to do it.
Right. Exactly. I totally agree. The problem is, like you guys said, the writers, the nutcase writers they have, do not know the difference between what is elemental and what is the other one you just said. They're trying to lump the fallen.
Mhm.
They're trying to lump them all together. That is what's making the
they're
problem.
I agree. But there is still an elemental villain. They're just trying to say the elemental villain is the society, life, and the world around you. You, despite the fact that you've done bad things, are
Bitch,
a victim.
like,
Are a victim.
bitch,
Like, get out of here with that.
Yeah, I agree.
bitch, if you want a
because
story,
that's what they were.
if you want a
because that's
story
what
where
they-
basically where you feel like the whole world's against you, go play Halo 3 ODST.
But it's not only that, it's just like it's the same like with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. They tried to turn Joker into a fallen character. You can't turn the Joker into a fallen villain. He's an elemental bad guy through and through and through. And in the movie Joker, they're trying to say that he became evil because society made him evil. So the Joker's actually a victim.
Yeah, there it is right there. And that's the problem I had with that film is I told people I didn't like it. I said, because they tried to turn Joker into a victim. And you've nailed it right there. Every film we're getting now, the villains are a victim. The victim mentality. Yeah. The victim mentality.
Yep.
Because the world disagrees with me or done me wrong. I'm a victim of it. When some of it is your own behavior and they won't take responsibility for it. But I always
the thing. Yeah, I exactly. I mean, they tried to do it with Hocus Pocus too. That the Sanderson sisters were just
That's what.
misunderstood.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, no, it
However,
is.
it,
Oh no,
it
it
just.
is. It is. I tried watching it and I left right after that moment. It's like no.
Yeah,
No, I'm
I
sorry. No.
immediately did not even want to watch it because they showed it in the fucking trailers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I mean, like,
made
it
they
just
made
goes.
this
I mean, it goes against everything, like who the
exactly.
Sanderson sisters are. All right,
Exactly.
and
It's
it's.
like
I mean,
it's
what's funny is the Hocus Pocus 2, the book before the movie was ever made. It's a better sequel than the movie itself.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In
25
fact,
years after the first movie.
in fact, I laugh at this because it's like Hocus Pocus 2 tries to make the Sanderson sisters look so sympathetic, but I'm like, did you even watch the first movie?
Or read
How many children did the Sanderson sisters murder?
or
And
read
they,
or read the
and they also made a coven with the devil. Okay, so
not
Yeah, the
and
book doesn't have feelings because the book is literally their spell book of all evil.
uh-huh.
and the sequel novel, like it kept their characterization. They
Oh
show
yeah.
well even
I mean,
even
it's
like
just like
introducing a new character who is a fourth Sanderson sister. However, she actually turns against like Winifred and the others.
yeah. I mean, again, you're not going to make me sympathetic. Exactly. I'm not going to feel sorry for the Sanderson sisters. Just like, I'm sorry, you're never going to get me, like with Cruella, I'm sorry, you're never going to get me to feel sorry for a woman who wants to murder puppies.
I'm sorry. You're not gonna make me sympathize with Thanos,
No.
whether it's his comic book counterpart or the MCU counterpart.
Yeah.
Because
And those
because
who
I,
say
I like
that,
Ain't gonna
I mean
sit
I
for
like
me either.
I like 616. Well, I love to hate 616 Thanos more than MCU Thanos because yes, like they captured him, but he's not really Thanos from the source material because in the comics he is an elemental villain.
oh
Villain.
yeah.
And even in his origin stories, where you can clearly see that he was being manipulated by Lady Death. That he instead of like actually rebelling it, he instead embraced it.
Exactly. That's the scary thing too, is that in the comic books, Thanos is a strung strung along, murder box for Lady Death.
Yeah, because he
Because
wanted to impress Death. But
exactly.
then, because Death didn't even like what Thanos had been trying to do with Earth when half the population's been wiped out, she then suddenly had eyes set on Wade Wilson,
I know.
apparently.
That's the thing that kills me more than anything is that Thanos wants the Grim Reaper more than anything to be his wife, but the Grim Reaper is like, no, Thanos, I'm not interested in you at all. But you know who I am interested in? I'm
Deadpool.
interested in Deadpool.
Yeah, because Deadpool can't die.
Because Deadpool can't die.
I mean, he's very nonchalant about
All
anything
right,
whenever the
Stamps.
world's
Let's
ending.
start wrapping this up.
Alright,
No,
yeah.
right? But
Yeah,
again,
well,
just give us
I
some.
hope you guys
well,
have fun today.
Oh, I'm having a blast. Just give us
Same here.
back some. Just give us back some evil bad guys. Come on.
Yes, give us put the elemental villains back in the forefront over here in the West.
Yeah, and make them cartoonish, please. I'd like to see some cartoonishly bad guys.
Seriously,
Well, you're gonna have it here
you're
in my
all.
story.
I mean, all of you all of you guys are getting beaten by Johann Lieber, Dio Brando, Flamingo, and countless others from the other side of the world. That's
Exactly.
embarrassing.
Anime knows how to make bad guys that are just love being deliciously bad.
And Europe, don't forget them. They still make elemental villains.
Oh yeah.
We lost Leia.
No, Leia.
Yeah, she's back.
hello.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, William. Sympathetic characters can only be sympathetic up to a point, and once you go beyond that point, it becomes a rabid dog being put down situation. Yes, no more sympathetic characters.
Like Jinx.
Yeah. Oh man. But that's the thing, though. That's the thing. We had an but here's the thing. We actually no. You're right. I was about to say we did have an elemental bad guy in Silco, but then I realized no, Silco is also a fallen. It's like, wait a minute, so there is no paragon of bad guys. There's no villainous paragon in
the World League of Legends is just that. It's just there's gray.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's still the white. There's a lot of white in there, but there's also gray in there. It's not really necessarily a black somewhere in the world of League of Legends.
I mean,
And
I'm okay with that.
I think I mean, nobody's against it. However, it does become an issue when you're overdoing the gray morality or gray versus gray morality in fiction.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
What's your problem? What's your problem with black and white morality?
Here's the real thing: is that if you put too much gray in all the stories we're getting, you get video essays online saying why Thanos was actually right to wipe out half of the universe.
Basically trusting a fucking nihilist.
It shocked me. I mean, to see videos like from YouTubers saying like Thanos, like considering like Thanos may be right.
People are just
Like,
now
are
siding
you
with the villains.
insane?
Yeah, people are just now like citing the villains, and yet they apparently say that whatever makes a good villain is just basically asking a question like, is he really a villain? Like, they always ask this question to Solid Snake. Yes, he's a villain. And yes, he likes to take down the Patriots, though he has his own reasons of why he wants to take over and when they're gone.
Yeah.
And
Same thing with Senator Armstrong in Metal Gear Rising. Despite all that, he's no worse than what he hates. That's how he's corrupted.
Or even Death Mask of Saint Seiya. He's one of the Golden Saints. Yeah, he's a bastard and operates in moral relativism. And Shiryu's like master, he called him out on his bullcrap. Basically telling him like there's like good is good and evil is evil. Like no matter like how one spins it, like their actions speaks about who they are.
Yeah, as King Solomon says it, a lesser two evils is still evil.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot defeat evil by doing evil. Evil cannot win if you continue. Yeah, evil cannot win if you use evil ways to defeat it.
Even in the real world, while it does operate like in shades of gray, we can't look back in history and today, like there are like objectively good people and evil people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk to Neil Star on this one, dude. There's a lot of dudes that did worse shit to press a girl. Man, Thanos pretty much overshadows every single one, and I'm all for that shit.
Oh yeah.
Dude kills everybody in half the known universe for a bitch that don't want his ass. That's villain territory right fucking there. That's the best villain motivation. Like a lot of people. See, here's the thing. A lot of people like to think that that's the dumbest thing he could ever do. Nah, I'm like that is the best.
First off,
I'm sorry. That is the best villain motivation ever. Because how many times have you heard on the fucking news?
Yeah,
somebody killing somebody over a bitch.
Wolf, anybody?
Have you met any yanderes in real life?
I'll even say this, Wolf, is that those who say that is a weak motivation have clearly never been in love.
Have you seen a yandere? Any yanderes in real life?
Yeah.
Never been in love, obsessed, or they don't really appreciate like works of fiction like from back then, and in some cases today where the simplest of motivations is just that. It doesn't need to be complex.
Exactly.
Which can make it more either like more endearing or terrifying.
Exactly. just try. I think Fiona Wolf said this best in one of her videos in the Chosen One plot line. Just the kiss method. Keep it simple, stupid.
Mhm. Think about it like this. I don't even think here's the thing. The embodiment of death is just that. The embodiment of death. It's right there in its physical form. It's a statue. He's talking to a statue. He's impressed with art at this point. Pretty much a sculpture. Think about it like that. Like think about the movie Red Dragon, for example. Y'all remember Red Dragon?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I love
with
Red
Anthony.
Dragon.
That's the one with
Hopkins,
Anthony.
Edward Norton.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it was that's actually the first the adaptation of the first book.
That introduced us to Hannibal Lecter.
Yep.
Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs like was people's introduction to the character. However, like if anyone watched like Manhunter or Hunt for the Red Dragon, then yeah, what you're getting at is the adaptation of the first book of Hannibal Lecter. But still, even if the movie like acted as a prequel to Silence of the Lambs, it's still like a good movie to flesh out like Hannibal and the cop who caught him.
Right, exactly. That's what I did.
Oh,
like it showed the cop that caught him before Clarice met him.
No, the thing is, you guys. Did y'all also forget that Voldemort was also in there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think of.
Yeah. Ray Fine was in it there. We had Edward Norton. So we had the Incredible Hulk. We had Voldemort, and we had. Oh my gosh! I can't believe
Odin.
I forgot Odin.
Yeah.
and Plutarch.
Oh yeah, and Plutarch from Hunger Games. But Voldemort ate his tongue.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody trying all that shit. I'm trying out the fact that he got a blowjob from a blind woman of all people. That blind girl was freaky. I didn't think blind girls would get.
People are just kinky shit.
I'm sorry, Wolf. That movie Red Dragon is freaky as it is, and that's the freakiest part of the movie to you. The guy bit
a blind girl that eased her ass towards his hip, leaned over, and just went to go at it, and the motherfucker didn't react to it. He was watching his victims on the damn video. That was art. That was fucking art. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I thought blind bitches were innocent. Holy shit, they're freaky.
I'm saying that Ray Fine bit off a person's tongue. That freaked me out.
Man, I freaked out. Yeah. I freaked out when the blind bitch just scoop and scoop and a scoop and just went. While he was just watching intently at his home movies. I was like, man, that's the only. I'm like. And the reason why I'm so fixated on that shit because I didn't see that scene when I saw it as a kid. That's on my second viewing with my wife. I'm saying, is that blind bitch going down on him? Is that blind bitch going down on him? What? Damn, girl. Because, look, it shocked me because up until that point, she is so wholesome. She's so flowery. She's so nice and sweet. Nope.
Oh my God.
I was like, damn, she's not innocent anymore. I mean, I thought, look, they were
final to read.
Well. I'm like, you better learn something from that book. But I'm just saying, you see them clicking well and shit, and to that moment, I was like, damn, she got a dark secret too. Motherfucker run around butt naked. You see a silhouette of his penis dangling around too.
Oh my God.
That's another freaky thing that happened in that damn movie. I was like, damn, Ray Fiennes, you got a big dick.
What the hell have you been watching?
Ray Fiennes running butt ass nigga in his own damn house with his dick dangling around, looking for a damn picture or looking for a blind bitch. Where she went?
Oh my God.
And you can see his head swinging left to right. I lost one person. Damn. It was 5 people. Now he gone. All because I decided to talk about some head.
Yeah.
Look,
Are you
man.
really? Are you sure that just wasn't an excuse to talk about Ray Fine's dick?
Maybe.
Come on, man. Have some.
And I lost another one. Another viewer done walked away.
Okay.
We're talking
Okay,
about dicks
that one-
again. There
okay,
you go
that
again.
one was-
Talking about dicks again.
Come on,
That
man.
was-
Don't be a
That was
prude.
my- okay, that was my bad. That was that. With respect, Wolf, us losing that second viewer, that was my bad.
Hey, it's my damn show. I can talk about dicks all I want. I talk about my own dick, damn it. It's my shit. I can talk about
know.
my shit. It is me. It's who was. No,
Nope.
every man on this planet has never. Don't bullshit me at all. There is not one man on this planet that have never died without talking about his dick
And we're
I
moving
don't.
on. And
in
that's,
private.
I still
and there
don't.
goes another one. No, I'm just kidding.
Choir boy.
Ugh, look, getting off of this. The point is
I'm trying to get on a
Hannibal
blast,
Lecter was
damn
a
it.
The point is, outside of that, Hannibal Lecter is a straightforward villain that we don't see that much as we used to back in the day.
Exactly.
That's what I was
Wait,
just to say, Dominic. That's
We're-
another
we're-
great
we're
villain.
We're Dragon.
And the
We're Dragon. Like
Red Dragon-
even like even Edward Norton, even Edward Norton has said that like he wasn't born a monster. He was made into one by years of abuse from his own mom. Even so,
Exactly.
he was still evil.
That's exactly that movie perfectly encapsulates what it means to have an elemental villain and a fallen villain.
See, even Neil backs me. That's my brother right there. Just saying, man. That's what we do.
Neil-
That's in our niche.
Neil
We talk
Star,
about
don't
dicks,
encourage him.
talk about tits, but we also talk about our dicks.
Yep, because this is an equal opportunity.
In fact,
bunk
we talk
bumper
about our
winner.
dicks just the same as women talking about their vaginas when they around each other. Don't lie.
Oh, of
Don't
course,
lie.
fine.
Dude, come on, man.
And we have lost.
How many times have I told you to be a gentleman?
All right.
I think I was about to say,
We've got
well,
Holy shit.
Final, he's done.
are we ready to wrap it up? I think Final finished the whole book in this
I
session.
think I just
And
reached
I'm-
my climax.
Oh my
Oh
goodness,
my
you just wouldn't
God.
stop.
Since Red
How did
God-
we get to this?
I've
Since
been
Red-
waiting.
And we finished.
I've been waiting. Hey,
Yep.
Negro,
Look,
if there ain't no
look,
star
Final.
between your pages.
no, Final. Look, man, I'm waiting for this guy to finish what he's doing as well.
I'm getting there, damn it.
Next time on
Let me
Wolf
let
10
Sigmar first.
Next time on Wolf 10 Media.
We'll be talking
Anyways,
about
We
fan
need to-
fiction, but not tonight. No, because we're about to wrap things up.
Thank
right.
Lord.
You know what?
Yes.
I'll mitigate. I'll mitigate you on that one this Thursday. So I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Those 7 of you. Jesus, we had 7 crew tonight.
Mhm.
Thank you guys for joining us. And those non-existent motherfuckers that kept popping in and out. Thank you, Red Gods, for reaching my climax, making me laugh so damn hard with that last comment. Oh my goodness. This is why I miss every time. So I appreciate you guys tolerating my zaniness.
No
I
problem.
say the best friends are the ones that you keep around that put with your bullshit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And those are usually the ones that point the finger at you and wag their finger at you. But anyways, I'd like to thank
Even
everybody
when we're
for being here.
disagreeing on things, we're still friends.
Of course. I'd like to thank my compadres. Let's start with the love of the Valor because who knows when she'll probably get hijacked by the black bag again. The plus size.
Okay, everybody. For those of you that stay with us, this is Leia Plus Size, your lovely Lady of Valor. Thank you for joining us for our session this evening. I just want to pop back in. I've been having some connection problems. There's some rain coming on to here. That's probably why that's happening. But I wanted to say good night. And also, if you enjoyed our session and if you have any comments on what topics you want us to rant about or you want us to wing it about, please leave it in the comments below. I am sure Wolf would appreciate it. And you all have a very good evening. Oh, that's what you read 31's comment. I was trying to know what did I say? Oh, I don't think so.
See, Red, what we have here is what we call a chivalrous pervert.
Don't you defend
I like
me.
that. I like that. You know what? That's what he's
It ain't
saying.
like I need
He's saying-
holy water.
Fucking damn it.
Oh, good.
Wolf,
It's a Listerine.
You stop that.
I freaking swear to God, if you do this one more time, I will slap you upside the head with the spine of this book. I am not even kidding.
Thanks, Final. I'm gonna hold you back if you start hitting him.
The wolf need a
Alright.
good kick in the nuts sometimes.
That book is
True.
heavy.
True,
Anyways,
but at least
hey, Jiraiya's my spirit animal. That's a badass motherfucker. Y'all respect that. He taught Naruto the ultimate weapon, the Rasengan.
Oh yeah.
Fuck your Chidori, bitch. Motherfucker,
Yes.
send your ass spinning into space and leave a freaking spiral mark where you was.
You know what? And he's right. He is the chivalrous pervert, much like Pervy Sage from Naruto.
Mhm.
I love fucking Perry Sage. Yep. Damn private, born and raised. My wife loves me.
No, man,
That's it.
you're the Jiraiya and Moroku of Inuyasha of the bunch.
Hey, we ain't getting that far, man. I ain't asking people to bear my damn babies.
No, but like Mother Moroku, he's a chivalrous pervert.
No, I love Moroku because he always hitting them on their asses like a cat. That should be killing me. The way how he be stroking women's asses and shit, be stroking like they a fucking cat.
Sungo
what the fuck?
and Sungo be just punching him or slapping him constantly. I love
And
it.
I'm surprised.
yet
I'm surprised
they-
they arched their back like a
yet
cat
they're
when
married.
he did that.
Eventually they admit their feelings for each other and got married.
I know. And he still loves her butt.
Mm-hmm. Like to thank the Schooner Tuna.
Coming at you live from a secret government facility buried deep underground, but has excellent Wi-Fi. This is Schooner Tuna. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you like what we were talking about tonight, let us know in the comments below what you'd like us to cover in the next chill stream. But until then, this is Schooner Tuna signing off. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Bloop, 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 motherfuckers. The Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Thank you everybody for joining us in tonight's free for all live stream. If there are any topics that you would like us to discuss on Tuesdays or Thursdays, make sure you put it down in the comments section down below. Hopefully you enjoy the variety of topics that we discussed before we got derailed. But hey, when these type of live streams come around, it's organized chaos.
Look,
Anyway,
motherfuckers. All I said was the craziest shit that happened in that damn movie was a damn blind bitch went down on the dude.
Oh, God.
It's the murder home movies.
Anyway, this is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell signing off. And remember, even though things get dark, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Never give up on hope.
Unlike me from every 11 minutes of my life. Unlike SpongeBob and Patrick.
The Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you get notified of our latest videos. Okay, I was about to ask why you're laughing for.
I'm just saying, it's so official. I don't think Mappa Charlie ever gonna visit my streams. I'm filthy as fuck now. She go back to Papa Charlie. You know, I don't think we should be watching any of Wolf's streams anymore because he's filthy. What are you saying, huh? Well, the last stream he just kept talking about dicks. I don't know. I don't think I should sit well. I don't think we should sit well just sitting here just talking about dicks every 5 minutes. I mean, he's gone filthy. I mean, I admire his tenacity, but he's filthy.
I think she's gonna say. I think she'll just say, "Okay, Wolf, She basically says, "Open your mouth, and this is the soap."
Yes.
Well, at least
and she's gonna say, "Okay, I think 1 minute should do it." Actually, you know what? Let's make it 2 minutes.
Troy says, "Well, at least he's not taking the Lord's name in vain. You do have a point there." I'm gonna scratch him back his ears anyways. Woofy.
Anyway, start again. Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And or not maybe your dog. That's DA Games. Damn it. Okay, third time's a charm. Come on. That about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you get notified of the latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf10 Media if you haven't already. Go subscribe to me if you haven't already. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And this is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
Well done.
Sorry if I sound very disappointed because I just can't with Wolf right now.
Oh, well, you did good. That sounded good. We'll take it. It still sounded great.
My gosh, I feel like a bully just watching this.
Oh, or Vital. Oh my God.
So,
oh my God.
So quick announcement. Yes, we're gonna have a chill stream this Thursday, but next I believe next Tuesday, and I hope you guys have been paying attention in class, we'll be covering our next anime spotlight, which will be Blood the Last Vampire.
Awesome.
I'll touch base with Unqualified, kind of see if he'll join us. I know for a fact that he's seen that movie. Leia, you gotta watch this with us. Come on, it's vampires.
I'm going to give it a shot.
I've already shared the link to you guys, so you better watch it.
Yes.
It's one of those great anime movies that you probably watched 3 times that showed up on one of your cable networks. But you know what? It spun off to a cool series called Blood Plus, which also spawned off another series called Blood C. But we're gonna watch its original, and I'm gonna bitch about the damn live action version of it too that came out in 2009. Oh, how pissed off I was about that damn live action.
Someone had
Okay.
a megaphone?
What was that?
I had no idea.
Me neither.
Will somebody please stand up?
I came from one of you.
It sure as hell wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
But yeah, so we'll be using that for our Halloween special since Halloween falls on a Monday, and none of you motherfuckers are gonna pop up on that one. That's dead science. That confirms what I'm saying.
What when you mean Monday or Tuesday? Yes, let's say Monday is Halloween, so yes, people are probably going to be busy in some capacity.
Yep.
Yeah, because on November 1st, he's actually going to talk about Beast Wars.
Yep, the first season. Starting with the first season.
Excellent.
And basically throughout the next couple of Tuesdays, we'll be talking about Beast Wars from season 1 to season 3. What we're doing with later on that day, hopefully, if the stars align, we'll be talking about Tokyo Godfathers for a Christmas special.
Christmas.
Which I hope you guys watch that on 2 because
For
that's a whole.
Christmas.
I've already seen that movie along with Blood Plus.
Look at
I
this
will
overshoot
try
right
to
here.
check it out.
I mean, I already have something special for Christmas, which is going to be a video game recap. I will not say what the game is.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll be doing that Tokyo Godfathers if the stars align. I'll let you guys know. Keep touch base with you guys. By next year, who knows what? Actually, I'm not sure when I'll be visiting family, but if I'm visiting family during December, we'll be doing Tokyo the Godfathers a lot earlier than expected. So we'll cover some stuff and then just take us a brief break for at least a week or a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we'll do some. I'll be away visiting family during the spring of January. Maybe then when we reconvene, we'll probably talk about Megan. If I have seen that movie, we'll talk about Megan.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys haven't seen it, I'll tell you all about it. I'll spoil the shit out of it if I must.
Yes, please do.
Please do.
Spoil me. I want to make sure it's worth my time and money.
Somewhere during the spring, maybe be March. I'm gonna move up what I've been wanting to do for a while, which is the suit up montage and the gear up montage. So it'll probably end up somewhere in January or probably end up somewhere in December as well before I either if I decide to go visit family or not. That's a big if. I'm still debating on that. LA's from what I heard has not been looking good. I'm a little worried about that. But if I do that, I'll let you guys know. I'll let everybody know. What's next on the list for anime spotlights? Who is up for Last Exile?
I'll be up for it.
Sure.
That's sometime in the future. Not sure what month we'll be covering Last Exile yet, but that's in the works. Something else that's been on my mind would be as well, possibly Black Lagoon, or one of my favorite animes that I've loved so dearly, Moribito, or the Guardian of the Spirit, the Water Spirit. I mean, Guardian of the Water Spirit, the anime Xena, as I like to call it. And as a matter of fact, speaking of Xena, we probably will talk about Xena Warrior. Well, you know what? You know what? Pass on that one. That's too many seasons. Fuck that.
Well, you don't have to do every season. Maybe you can just pick
I
out
know.
certain seasons that you think really stand out.
Yeah.
That's too long of a watch, though.
Yeah, plus
I
it's
still
a
enjoy
spin.
it.
Well,
I
plus
know.
it's a spin-off of Hercules.
Yes, it is, but still, it's so many episodes. Jesus, I would want to do it, but maybe
Or you could, you can if you want to like cover her first appearance in Hercules.
Yeah.
or better yet, how about we do that animated Hercules and Xena that spun off from those shows?
Sure.
Animated? I haven't seen the animated in a while.
You know what? Since you here popping up, are you gonna do Blood the Last Vampire with us next Tuesday, man? I want to hear an answer. Unqualified. Speaking of the damn devil, because I would love to talk Blood the Last Vampire with any one of you guys. Oh damn! He said no. You must have a bad work day next week. Anyways, so Last Exile, that's on my mind. Moribito, and possibly a few Ghibli movies. I think it's high time we start tackling the Studio Ghibli movies. Or maybe I'll make that part of season 5. of Wolf Commander Rambles. I feel bad for you, buddy. I feel real bad for you.
Well,
Anyways.
it's the holiday.
Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I did say I was going. Oh, we were going to tackle an anime I've never seen before, right? I had to also come back to that too. Anime I've not seen that we both can watch ourselves, or at least that we can talk about ourselves. Hopefully, we'll get Leia hooked into anime by the year's end or the beginning of the next year.
Not just anime, dude.
Yes, manga too.
I'll try.
In due time. In due time. Maybe if we involve mechs. Maybe Leia's a mech person. Maybe if we introduce her to super robots, actually. Like the Big O.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
Unqualified. Real Chads cover GTO.
In time, motherfucker. In time. We still got a vanilla person in our group. Trying to ease her in.
We're easing her into Eastern storytelling.
Exactly.
She whipped cream with us right now. We haven't dipped fudge in her.
Oh, come on, Unqualified. Come on.
Look, man, you're throwing me off on my
outro.
Thank you. I cannot talk right now. I've been at work all day in the blazing sun, drained of my energy. Shit. The sun is the weakness of the wolf too. Shit drains your ass. Gotta get rejuvenated by the moon.
Mm-hmm.
You mean Gadguard, Neil? Yeah, I've seen Gadguard. Still revisiting that one. Gotta complete that one. Gadguard's awesome. No, we're not doing no Mon we're not doing no Mon series. I'm sorry, guys. Freaking Digimon's too damn long.
Too long.
Same thing with Metabots. And dude, Metabots surprised me. Really surprised me. And you want to know in what way?
Sure.
I did not know by the end of the series it's going to be war. It came from Pokemon to becoming Digimon in the later half of the damn series. That shit was wild. Fucking wild. I was like, bro, did they just come from Pokemon to Digimon all of a sudden? This is amazing.
Oh shit. Yeah, they did it. Yeah, and it was a very solid transition from that mode of storytelling.
Yes. I was like, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm guessing. Well, actually, well, so you haven't. Since you mentioned you don't read manga all that much, have you seen Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple?
I know of it. I heard of it, actually.
Yeah, well, if you haven't seen it nor read it, so it'll be the perfect opportunity to get a first-hand experience on it.
Yeah. Keep reminding me of that because I will forget. There's also we can also tackle Vision of Escaflowne. That's something.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely would actually be up to watch that too.
Sword swinging, swashbuckling, dragons, pretty girls, hot men, and I mean hot men, not boys. Big ass robot.
Well, yeah, it's also a reverse isekai. Before like isekai became to put it frankly, bastardized.
Yeah, it's basically Visions of Escaflowne is basically think the never-ending story of the Wizard of Oz, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
I
I've
already
seen
love it.
Monster Rancher. I was transported to a faraway planet, to a
I
world.
remember Monster Rancher.
I play the game like an ace. Now I'm in this place to save the world from the evil mood. Monsters rule, Monster Rancher. Take control of a
Outro.
mystery. This will take it. I'm doing the outro, motherfucker. This is the outro. Nah, but like maybe we can tackle Monster Rancher. Monster Rancher don't got that many episodes compared
Okay,
to other Mon series.
Cartoon Network wasn't the only one to showcase like anime back in the day.
Yep. So we could probably tackle Monster Rancher. In fact, we'll tackle Monster Rancher so that we don't have to play nice like the cool kids and always tackle the popular series like Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
In other words, we're standing out.
Exactly. Because nobody talks about Monster Rancher that much. They always want to talk about your Yu-Gi-Ohs and your Digimons. Look, I'm the biggest Digimon fan, but damn it, I don't want to hear too much of a Digimon is too much of a good thing. And I damn sure am over with Pokemon. They got confusing over the years. I'm saying this shit.
Wait, they're not?
People talking about Eevee and all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that shit? I can't look, man. I can't keep up with this shit no more. I'm done. I'm glad I stopped at freaking which one? Which one was Ruby and Sapphire? Generation. Which generation? Generation 5, right?
It was Generation 5.
See it rambling. I'm like I'm so glad I stopped at Gen 5. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I played Ruby and Sapphire. Ruby and Sapphire looked really great. When Black and White came out, I was like, yep, I'm done. I'm not even spending my money to buy another handheld to play that shit. It's too much now. I'm Poe.
It's late on my end, guys. I'm gonna get on out of here.
Yeah, I gotta get going too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cap it off like this. Y'all have a good night, and remember, you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.
Nigga.